Okay, now what I gotta do? Okay, go back over here. Go over here. Switch accounts. Go over here. Go to channel. Find out that I'm live. Okay, I'm live. Okay. All right, now that I gotta send this link. All right, how do I do this again? Oh yeah, shit. Fuck, I know how I gotta do. I know what I gotta do now. I gotta get this in my library over here on this channel, so I can send the fucking link. All right, so search. Okay, go here. Hi, pretty eyes. All right, so now this should, okay. Should be able to click here. Right, get there. Boom. Okay, he's got the link. Yeah, Voodoo Alpha, let me know when you're here. Oh yeah, and all right. All right, okay, now let me go back to him and it's been a slow night. It's been a slow night everywhere. It's been a slow night everywhere. Hey, I had a, yeah. That was a weird way of not touching my area, but it's like I needed to touch my area. And I didn't have the camera off. Go fucking Cowboys. Hell yeah. All right, so now, who's the smartest fucker over here? I'm waiting on Voodoo. Okay, so my new phone will not pick up this device on Bluetooth. And I've Bluetooth on, and it's not finding it. So I could maybe just turn Bluetooth off, and I could turn this back off. And then what needs to be on first? Bluetooth on that, maybe, and then. And this thing is hard too. It's because everything is all right.
Power on.
All right. So maybe what do I do now? Maybe turn Bluetooth on and then turn this on, and maybe they'll connect.
Power on. Bluetooth pairing. Bluetooth connected.
See, the Bluetooth is like oh, and what do you think about this? That's Voodoo Alpha, by the way. Frame Rippers on Instagram. You guys need some computers? Hit him up. No, Frame Rippers. This is the. Here's another issue. Does this phone call? No. Does this phone text? No. This phone can still. That connected to this. This is my old phone. Do you think Verizon still has me connected somehow? I'm going to be paying 2 bills. Should I turn this off? This is the new phone. This is the new phone. And I'm just getting the circle of death on the Bluetooth. Yeah, I'm listening. Nothing. Oh, what? Well, this is a brand new phone. This was connected to the old phone. It was connected to the old phone. And I don't know how this old phone can still go on the internet. I can't call or text. None of my past calls. Yes, this is the old phone. It needs to go to the new phone. Billy Ray says turn off the fucking old phone. Okay. Let's see. How do I do that again?
Bluetooth pairing.
Oh shit, hold on. How do I turn this bitch off? Fuck. So hold on. So hold on. So a device can only go to one item. A device can only go to one item. Is that what you're saying? Like a TV, you can have a video game going to it. You can have a CD, you can have a video game, you can have a VCR, you can have an Xbox, you can have a DVD player, VHS player. Hold on. How do I? Can you power off the phone, or do I need to do that?
I couldn't say.
Fuck, now she's talking to me. How do I do this again? Ain't it both these Sorry, my mind was in. Now, what do I need to Google this? How to turn off an iPhone 6S? I thought it was you press those two buttons. Hold on.
Bluetooth pairing.
Hold on. Did I shut off the right phone or the wrong phone? Hold on. All right, is this working? Hold on, let's see. So now it said Bluetooth pairing. Predator, I'm trying to get your speaker hooked up to the new phone. All right, so turn this Bluetooth off. Turn this off. Right? Where's the off button?
Power off.
Should I go take my old phone far away? Like far away. That way maybe it don't sync. Yeah, I have StreamYard. Yeah. Let's see here. What up, Predator? What up, Brendo? What up, fucking Fred? What up, Brendo? What up, Billy Ray? All right, so should I turn the speaker on first or turn the phone on first? Or does that even matter? Yeah, I did. Fuck. Hold on. Pretty sure this is off. Hold on. Turn the speaker on first. Okay, let's see.
Power on. Bluetooth pairing.
No, and I told you that in the chat 30 minutes ago that I hadn't had it yet. And I told you live, I hope it sounds like fucking Jugulator. Hope they sound like they go for that jugulator sound. So now, turn this on and it should connect. All right, let's see. There it is. Hold on. Is it connected? It shows it.
Bluetooth
All right, there we go.
connected.
There we go. We got. Hold on. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I didn't understand why the old phone would. Okay, I didn't understand why the old phone would fuck with it. Let me test it. Oh, the fucking ad.
Battery low.
Battery low. Let me ask you guys this, Billy Ray and Predator. Let me ask you guys this. Why do you think the old phone can still go on the internet, but I cannot call or text? And my old calls and texts did not go to the new phone. I cannot call or text with the old phone, but my old calls and old texts are on the old phone. None of them got transferred over to the new phone, but I can still go on the internet on the old phone. So I'm wondering if I'm getting charged twice still, if I'm still getting fucked over by Verizon. And Predator, do you have any research on this? Where to get an extra plug-in? Because I could have swear I plugged it in to recharge with a random cord I found, and now it's like I haven't even used it since the battery went real low. I could not find the cord. I thought for sure I found a cord, plugged it in like overnight, should be good to go. I played like 30 seconds of a song and it's like low battery. I have no idea what a C plug means. So if I go into like Best Buy or Walmart and I say I need a fucking C plug, they're gonna fucking know. They will know. What up?
Mosh,
What's happening, buddy?
did you figure it out?
Yeah, I think I got it.
Did you?
Now I'm asking questions about my phone. Why is my old phone still able to go online and shit?
Well, what was happening before, just to explain to you, because you were asking why, what was going on is a Bluetooth device could only be connected to one item at a time. So usually what happens, it keeps a pairing address in memory. So you would have to keep pairing it each time. So what was happening, since you had that speaker connected to your old phone with Bluetooth on, you have to either unpair it, shut the Bluetooth feature off, or shut the device off on its own, get your new phone, turn Bluetooth on, look for something that says Discover Bluetooth Devices, have your speaker on Bluetooth Discover mode, and it'll sync, and that should be all of it. I'm not sure if my audio is good enough, if you heard that. Did you hear any of that?
No.
No?
Oh, Hold on. I heard what you were saying. I was reading the chat too. The chat blew up.
Come on, Mashi.
Now Billy Ray's saying I can use my what? I can use my old phone too for internet.
You can use your old phone for internet, but you need to take the Bluetooth feature off or unpair that speaker.
Got ya.
I'm gonna keep connecting it to, like, for instance, I use my phone for Bluetooth speakers, and I also use my laptop for the Bluetooth earbuds. So whenever I have to use, whatever device I'm going to use, I need to unpair it. Meaning I'll unpair it from my phone when I'm using it on my laptop, and then before I use it on my phone, I'll unpair it with my laptop.
Got ya.
And then once it's connected to your new phone, you would never have to do the pairing device again, unless you select the forget feature. There's a feature in there, and using an iPhone.
It's the iPhone SE, and the other one is the 6S.
iPhone has a thing, and it says, forget this device. So if you ever want to connect your speaker to something else within the same room, then you need to do that. But it's so you don't have what they call cross pairing, meaning say somebody wants to be a dick and they have their phone on, they can't tap into your Bluetooth speaker because it's already paired with something else.
Now, I do not have a new computer yet, but let me ask you. I mean, if you want to email me now, or I can just email you whenever I do get a new computer. It's something I know I need to do, but not in the near future, just unless I get a bunch of money. How do I get, again, maybe I should just ask you, otherwise I forget. How do I get stuff saved off of this computer and put it on the external, can I use the external hard drive? Because I have one of those.
What is it that you're trying to save?
Probably pictures, videos.
Yeah, you could do that. That's the most simplistic way. But also, what I would suggest is opening up a brand new Gmail account, or maybe a few of them, and upload everything to Google Drive. Pictures, music, videos. For free, they give you 50 gigabytes per account. So I don't know how much, like videos and stuff that you have, but that's another way to do it. And it's also secure because you would have two ways of saving your media, one on a physical device, and then another through a cloud system, which would be Google Drive, or I believe Dropbox also gives you, Dropbox only gives you 10 gigabytes. So but every time you make a Google account, like a Gmail account, they give you 50 gigabytes that you could use on your drive.
Now, hey, let me ask you this. I used to be able to plug my phone in and it would download all my pictures to my computer. And now it wants me to go to Dropbox and pay. And now everything goes to Apple. And again, I did not. I did not.
iTunes
Go ahead.
Did you have iTunes installed before? Because that's the only way it does it automatically would be through iTunes. If you're using Windows, the only way to get your stuff like automatically like that would be through iTunes. But you should be able to connect your phone, and then on iOS, a screen pops out and it says, do you allow access to this device? If you hit yes, what will happen, your iPhone, whatever blah, blah, blah model will appear where all your other hard drives are at, like the C drive, if you have a D drive, etc. It will show up in there, but then you have to dig in and find each folder. Like,
but they automatically. I don't know. Did they work out a deal with Dropbox? Hey, let's make some money. We're going to shut them down from. We're going to shut them down. We're going to shut them down from just downloading to the computer easy. And then we're going to force everything to Dropbox. And hey, your Dropbox is full. So now I got some stuff on computer. I got some stuff on Dropbox, but now Dropbox is full. And as far as the iCloud goes, I cannot. I guess now I got to download the iCloud program because right now I can go to iCloud. I got to learn my password and shit, but I cannot send a picture. I cannot save a picture. I can view it. I cannot send it. I cannot save it. I cannot share it. It's like, what the fuck?
Like me, when I do my videos and stuff on my Instagram with all my computers, I'll take the video. I could transfer the video out, but I can't transfer nothing in unless I have iTunes installed.
And again, I heard of Reverb Nation. I've heard of iTunes. I'm thinking that's for listening to music. I had no idea that.
What iTunes actually does, it syncs with iCloud. So that's probably what you were seeing before. When you connected your device, it was showing you stuff on your physical hard drive, on your physical disk, on your physical storage on your phone. Plus, it was syncing to your stuff on the iCloud, and that's what some people would do on the Windows computer, is to upload the stuff from their phone into their iCloud. But usually people do that on their phone themselves. So you must have had like an older laptop with what, Windows 7 on it?
Hell, this has Windows 7.
Okay, so what happened? Why is it not doing that? Did you have iTunes before?
No.
So maybe it's an Apple feature. I don't know. They're always updating their iOS software. So maybe it doesn't play nice with Windows 7 anymore. Because Windows 7, you should not be using it anyways. It's unsecure. So maybe with the updates that iOS has been releasing, the software Apple uses, what's probably going on is it's no longer a secure operating system, and we're not going to allow for you to exchange your data on Windows 7, be it pictures, video, documents, etc. That's the only thing I could think of. Because with Windows 10, I could connect my iPhone, but like I said, it's only works as I could offload stuff unless I put iTunes on there.
Does Android do all this retarded shit?
No, Android's pretty friendly. A lot of stuff. The only thing I didn't like about Android is my phones will get outdated every 2 years. And it's not because the phone sucked. It was because they keep releasing different versions of Google, right? The Google operating system, or the Android operating system. The Android operating system. They had like Jelly Bean and Oreo and all kinds of shit. And what would happen is I'd buy budget phones for $200-300, and by 2 years they were worthless. So even with the iPhone, I use an older iPhone, the iPhone 6S, which came out 2013, but the software still keeps being downloaded and supported through updates, and I have no issues downloading apps.
All right, I think this is plugged in now. I think it is. So maybe it'll charge.
Your biggest obstacle right now when using your computer and your iPhone is going to be that Windows 7. That thing, I think, lost support in 2020.
Yeah, I got strong virus on it, so I don't give a fuck.
So, I mean, if you want me, I could back up everything for you. I could do all that. You just have to ship the items to me. I mean, that's depending how heavy your stuff is. I could be $50 to $60 of shipping, but that's it. I mean, I'll just take care of the rest. And then you pay for shipping.
I have some computer friends. I got, one of them's always busy.
Because it's really not that hard. Like I said,
shout outs.
With your iPhone stuff, wait till you get a Windows 10 laptop. It'd be a lot easier for me to help you transfer things back and forth. With your old laptop, do exactly what you said.
Well, this is my computer with HDMI out.
Just get an external hard drive and transfer everything you want to be transferred onto the external, and you should be fine. That's the easiest way. If you're trying to back up your iPhone, I mean,
Billy Ray, I believe most of the pictures. I think most of the pictures went, but none of the calls, none of the text messages went. So like old text messages, me and my girls, her new address, it's all on the old phone. So I may have to go to Apple. I may have to go to Apple now to have them do that.
Mosh,
from what I heard.
So the one thing that's great about Apple is all that information should be stored on the iCloud. So when you on your new phone, are you using your old Apple account? Are you?
You got to understand that I've never really used iCloud, iTunes, or Apple ID, and I've had to change. And again, all the old since the MySpace days. Since the MySpace days, I've used like 4 main passwords. None of my main passwords were able to use over there because they like this, they like that, this, that. So I forgot every one of them. And again, I had to even get the old phone fixed even before I could switch over to the new phone. I had to put out $100 just so I could get my phone. Yeah.
Okay, so what you're telling me is when you got your new iPhone, you made a brand new Apple account.
No, we were able to switch passwords or change the password.
Okay, so that's weird because everything should have went right back. Okay, so what you probably didn't do in the past, I'm gonna give you some advice now. It's all totally up to you. Some people don't do this because they just don't want to. But you could save everything to your iCloud. But the thing is, the cloud gives you a stupid small amount for free. I believe it's 5 or 10 gigabytes. But then you have to keep paying. And if you're a type of person that wants to save your text messages,
I pay I don't know, what is it, like $2? It's like $2 a month or something I pay.
Yeah, and I would suggest that because in the future, any Apple ID, any Apple device you end up logging into, it's going to have all that information just bam, pop right back up. All your messages from the text messaging app, all your photos, all your addresses, all that stuff will go right back. It's syncing in.
So should I go to T-Mobile? Should I try to go to Verizon, or should I try to go to an Apple store?
No, wherever you bought that iPhone, they should help you. The thing is, it's just if you're using a new Apple account, they can't help you. It has to be an old Apple account that you were using on your old phone, because that's where it all went to. It's all stored on one account, and if you're using a different one, then no bueno.
Now, all my old pictures are in my new phone, but none of the text messages, none of the calls.
Yeah, because there's a feature in the settings. So most people only have pictures and videos synced to their iCloud. They don't have their text messages sent to the iCloud. Now I do because I use my phone as a business, and I can't afford to lose contacts and old text messages. So I have my messages synced to the iCloud.
This girl was very new at the store. When I went to Verizon, I went from my 5S to my 6S. Boom, boom. All my old calls were there. All my old texts were there. Everything was there. She was a professional that had been there working at least a year or so. She knew her shit. This girl was a new one at T-Mobile. So I don't know if she fucked up, did do something wrong. So
go back and explain the situation. Take both the phones. If anything, what you'd probably have to do is go on your old phone, go under settings, select that you want your messages to be synced to the iCloud, and that will probably fix it. Hold on, I'm sorry. I have my finger over the mic. So on your old phone, go into settings and have your messages sync to the iCloud. So maybe on your new phone, they will pop up.
I never did that
So
on my
take that.
5S. I never did that on my 5S, and they went to my 6S.
Yeah, no, it
Maybe
shouldn't. It wouldn't matter which phone. All it is, it's an account issue. So I don't know.
my point is, I never did that on my old phone, and she was able to get my information over.
I mean, iPhone 6. Which one do you have right now? The 8. It looks like you had
SC.
the 8 in your hand.
It's the
You
SC.
had the 8. Okay, so that's what it was. So yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be an issue. So, just take it to the store the T-Mobile store. Explain the situation. Say, I'm trying to get my text messages synced from this phone also to this phone. They're gonna probably just ask you, are you using the same Apple ID account? Tell them if it is. Tell them yes. Tell them what I think I need to do is sync my old phone's messages to the iCloud, and then usually what would happen is you would sign out from your new Apple iPhone, and then when you sign back in, all that stuff should be there. Again, that's what I've done in the past for people, and it worked when they're when they're going from like a tablet to the iPhone, because people want to sync their iPhone on their tablets, right? Their
Yeah,
iPads.
my problem is I don't know what my old Apple ID ever was, and she wrote
But that's
down the new one. Again, we changed passwords. It was the only way we could get my information. It was the only way we could get my shit from the old phone to the new phone by changing the passwords and getting the codes. And they do not send you an email. They do not send you an email. They send it to the old phone. That's why I had to pay $100 to get the old phone fucking fixed before I could even switch. I was 2 days out.
Apple is
I was 2 days away from going to switch. I'm like, hey, I'm going to go on Monday or Tuesday. Little one jumped over here, and I popped her down. And when I popped little one down off my table, the phone went down and landed on its back. I have no idea how it lands on its back, and it got fucked up, but it got fucked up anyway.
Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed. I've never broke any of my other phones, but I actually broke my iPhone. It got cracked. It's just the way it's made. It's pretty heavy, so when it hits a surface, if it's not protected with an outer shell, it cracks. But yeah, try doing that. Take the old phone. Tell them, oh, can you sync my old messages to my iCloud, and then have you sign out of the new one, the 8SE.
Yeah, she was like the new girl working, and maybe I need to find the older lady that was there for a while. Yeah.
Oh, every place has a tech in it. T-Mobile has techs working there. Sprint has them.
They didn't even have those machines. When I went to Verizon, when I went to Verizon, the 5S to the 6S, she had all these machines. They plugged the phones together, blah, 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 blah. She's working her shit. And she's like, this girl's like, we don't even have those machines here. Again, it was a Metro by T-Mobile. So Metro PCS to T-Mobile,
so you're on Metro. Yeah, that's a no good. That's a no bueno. Yeah, they don't do anything. They don't have techs on site. They don't have any of that. So, that's the only thing I could suggest to you is on your old iPhone 6, go into the settings, sync your messages to the iCloud, right? And then on your new phone, sign out and then sign back in, and that should have all of your stuff on it. Because a lot of people don't have their iPhone messages.
Sign out of what?
With the iCloud. Okay, example, we have two phones, right? On your old iPhone, go into settings. If you go into settings,
Okay, settings. Boy, there's a lot of stuff in settings. Wow. Oh, did we lose them? No, I don't want that on. Holy shit. Hey, Brando, you'll like this one, Brando. I'm like, exposure notifications. Turn on exposure notifications. Look, check this out. If you turn them on, a public health authority can notify you a possible exposure to COVID-19. Holy shit. That's evil as fuck. That's the most evilest shit I've ever seen.
Mosh,
Yeah, I hear you.
I just sent you a screenshot. Do you see it?
Instagram or text? I have nothing. Hold on.
Regular text message. I sent it to you on your phone number.
Nope. Didn't show up.
It
did not show up.
I guess.
It didn't show up.
Let's.
Yeah, I mean, if you're an Android person, you don't know. You're telling me to go to settings, and then there's 200 things. There's literally a list of like 200. So again, you can't tell me what to go to.
Okay. Let me send you more.
Voiceover, Zoom, magnifier, display and text size, motion, spoken content, audio descriptions, touch, a switch control, voice control, home button, Apple TV remote, pointer control, keyboards, hearing devices, sound recognition, RTT/TTY, audio visual, subtitles and captioning, guided access, Siri, accountability shortcut. Hold on, that was only on accessibility. Well, settings has a ton. There are a ton of settings. More for your iPhone. What's that mean?
Let me know when you get all those messages I just sent you.
Yeah, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, cellular, personal, hotspot, notifications, sounds, do not disturb, screen time, general. It could be general or in control centers, my guess. Display and brightness, home screen, accessibility, wallpaper, Siri and search, touch ID and passcode, emergency SOS, exposure, notifications, battery, privacy, app store, wallet and Apple Pay, passwords, contacts, calendar, reminders, voice memos, phone, messages, FaceTime, Safari, Translate, Maps, Compass, shortcuts, health, music, photos, camera, game center, TV provider, Cash App, Disney, ESPN.
The first
Facebook,
thing you should see under settings is your name.
Is my what?
Like, for instance, you see the screenshot I sent you? It has my name.
Yeah, that's my name. Yeah, my name is here. Oh, now it showed up.
I lost audio.
Okay. Now, what's the main picture I need to be looking at? Bro? What's the main picture or all of them? All right, I got him. You there? Hold on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Uh, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? What the fuck? What the motherfucking fuck? Hold on. Let me, what do I need to exit? The fuck? Let's go, motherfuckers. Holy shit. Come on. What's going on over here?
Can you hear me now?
I hear you fine.
Okay. So the screenshots I sent you, the first image you get when you select settings is where you see your name.
Yeah.
You can see my name. It says A Moreno on it.
Yeah.
Okay, you will click on that. It's gonna send you to another screen, and within that screen there's an option called iCloud, and then you select that. And then within the iCloud options, there's things on there. You could sync your
messages. Messages totally need to go on, right?
Yes. See how mine's green? Mine is green because I sync my messages. So when MCF is trying to say Jordan is better than Tom Brady or weird stuff like that, it makes no sense. I could show him screenshots of how silly he was that day.
Hold on. Now, hold on. Now it's telling me to type this in. What the fuck was my, what the fuck?
Or
what
when
was my password? My password was, hold on.
As a quarterback, I have to correct them. That's where I do it.
Fuck. Turn on flashlight.
Okay.
Right.
I turned flashlight on.
All right, where's my password at? Okay, all right, let's see if this works. Well, it says it's it says that password is incorrect. Motherfuck. You gotta be fucking kidding me. So without having the password to the old phone, I may be fucked, huh?
Like I said, you could an iPhone store will charge your ass a lot of money.
What's that?
Because iPhone store will probably charge you some money because it's a security feature. It's not so much like they don't want to do it. You have to prove that it's you. You know what I mean? Because even governments can't crack the iPhone fucking security features. That is one thing they pride themselves on is they're extremely difficult to get through the security system. Like if you go to an iPhone store, or I mean like an Apple store, and try to tell them your situation where like you have your old phone and you want to turn messages on to sync into the iCloud so you could have them on your brand new phone. They'll probably help you. But that's what you need right there, Mosh. That's all you have to do is flip messages on.
Hold on, no. But my point is, shouldn't the old phone and the new phone, now that she switched it over, have the same ID and passport?
You know what? I have no idea. I don't know what the fuck. Unless she made, some of them in Metro, they lie. Like, for instance, for me, when I made an account with Metro one time, I wanted to keep everything from my old phone. And then when I got home, I found out they made me completely brand new everything. And I was like, what the hell? I said I wanted everything synced from my old Google account to here. And they just stared at me. So she could have made you a whole brand new Apple ID account.
Let's see. How do I do this? How do I go? What do I go? Messages on. So I know a message is on. What button would you hit to click on the phone numbers?
There would be an option that says.
Then again, fuck the phone numbers. As long as I can get the messages.
And
it's like every button was turned on, but messages. It's like you gotta be fucking kidding me.
And
all right, continue.
What would you do? And then when you hit the back, the back.
Let me try this password. Fuck. Come on, you got to be kidding me. Did I type it in right? Let's see. Let me try the other one. I wonder if I should just try to reset password. But Billy Ray, this phone, I'm doing this on the old phone. This old phone cannot get text messages. The text messages go to the new phone. So does that mean I'd be changing the password to both? And again, it's like, hey, I guess Mike_Mosh at yahoo.com. That's my Apple ID. So it's not really asking for my Yahoo ID, right? It's asking for my Apple ID. It's not asking me what's your password.
Oh shit! I have to leave again.
Damn it! All right. So much for metal and guitar and music. Wow. Appreciate the help, though, Voodoo. iCloud backup is on. Messages. Okay. Okay, maybe I need to go see a pro. I think I need to go see a pro. All right, we got double of them. There we go. Put them both up there. Look at that.
I had to go off the other one because whenever I exit out, it drops the audio. I don't know why. But yeah, Mosh, that's all you have to do.
Yeah, they actually have a. I haven't been in since the COVID, but there's a mall near me, and they have an Apple store. Are they still there? Are they still there after COVID-19? I'll have to go and see. And no, they never. It was like a big long line. You had to sign up to get an appointment if you wanted to get in and out. And they didn't charge shit. They had all their phones and tablets, and they would hope that they would do stuff for free, in hope that you would buy stuff and sign up. Yeah.
So, but you're 50% there. You turned on the messages to sync to your iCloud. Usually after that, you would hit back up, and then that's it.
I wonder if that is on my. Hold on. Go to settings. I wonder if that's on my new phone. Click on my name. And then click iCloud, correct? And then mail. Oh, not mail. Messages.
Was it off?
It was off.
Yeah, by default it's off because people exchange.
So now I may wake up in the morning and have all those messages, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or the next time you restart your phone. I don't know.
All right. Wow, appreciate the fucking help. That helped a ton, man.
Yeah, so by default, that's always off. Because if you're doing stupid shit, you don't want it synced to your iCloud. Pretty much. That could be incriminating evidence against you. You know what I mean? If you're doing stupid shit, what I'm saying. Not just that, it actually takes up a pretty good amount of storage. I think messages takes up about 75% of my iCloud storage. So.
What's up, Moss?
What up, buddy?
What are you trying to do now? What do you want to do on your phone?
Yeah. I think you were here and you heard me that everything went over from my old phone to my new phone, but my old numbers that I'd called, and then all my text messages.
Right. You won't get, as far as the old phone, whatever's on there won't go. You won't get any income texts for one thing, because you don't have a number for the old phone. The number's on the new phone. So everything will go to the new phone. Now, if you go to, on your iPhone, on your new phone, you go to turn on settings. Now, at the top of settings, it will say it has your name.
Right?
All right, press on your name. Open that up.
Yeah.
Go down to iCloud.
Yep.
Open up iCloud.
Yeah.
Now, you'll see down, how far down is it? Wait a minute. You want to look for backup. Wait a minute.
Yeah, backup is on. Yep.
Yeah, all right, hit it. Press it.
Okay.
Yeah, now it's gonna back up everything. It's gonna do it over again.
Click that. So click on backup right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it will ask you, do you want to back up?
There we go.
Is it backing up?
Yep, it's storing. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah. Now, whatever's on the old phone, you can use the internet. You can use YouTube. You could actually use StreamYard on there as well. All that, but you can't use anything as far as a number.
All I wanted, my Billy Ray, my old phone, is it off of Verizon? Is it going through T-Mobile now?
It's off Verizon because you don't have.
Yeah, my point is, I did not want to get two bills.
No.
I'm still gonna get two bills, but after that, I'll be done.
Yeah, I have the 12, iPhone 12 Pro. My other one was the 10R. I still have that. I can use the internet. I can everything. I can't use Messenger. Messages.
For you, Messenger. iPhone
phone?
without a cell connection. Because that's how I talked to my nephew for many years. He would. I gave him an old
message. That's from Facebook. But messages you won't be able to use. Is your
I
phone
was
finished?
sending messages to him. He sends messages to me now. He has no cell connection.
Messages, messenger. I'm sorry, but messages itself, he won't get any because everything's going to the new phone.
Oh, I guess he's been giving me messages through Messenger, and all he has is the Wi-Fi connection because the Apple devices can communicate with each other without having a service. All it needs is a internet connection. So we do FaceTime, we do messages, but like if he goes on the street without Wi-Fi, he's screwed because he has no active data sync, internet plan with his phone. It's just Wi-Fi at home.
If you send a message using the cell phone number,
but Mosh, on your old phone, if it's still not giving you your messages, you have to hit backup on your old phone too. I told you that. You have to send it over.
There you go. You were confusing me. I'm like, who the hell's Mr. Marino? You are Voodoo Alpha, bro. You were confusing the fuck out of me. Hey, Voodoo Alpha, maybe, and Billy Ray, maybe because messages were off on both phones. If she would have had them on, that button on, maybe they would have came over like they should have.
But let me tell you, Moss, don't go to Apple. Stay away from them. Go right on YouTube. Put in a question, whatever you want, and you'll get 20,000 answers. Then you'll get videos that will make you take you through it.
You should
step by step.
Yeah, you should be at least 90%
Stay away from the
there.
Apple Store. They're outrageous.
Oh, and Billy Ray, I've done that a million times. Google and YouTube, from call repair to other services.
Right.
Yeah, I've done it. So yeah, big ups. Yeah.
Stay away from the Apple Store.
But the chat wants to know, Mosh, is why are these text messages so important?
He might miss that big one.
What is it that you were sent that's so important that you need to keep?
I missed the question. I missed the question. I was going to get a drink.
The chat wants to know, why is it so important to have your messages backed up and sent to you? You don't care about the numbers for some reason, but you care about the messages.
No, all my contacts are there.
What happened to MCF? Did he just
Voodoo Alpha, like Voodoo Alpha, so I'll have to have, hey, I can just grab the old phone. I mean, I can just go grab the old phone and find the messages. It would have been nice if they just transferred over, you know what I mean? Like, okay, Voodoo Alpha, I'll tell you right now, like, Jersey's Greg, he messaged me today, like, hey, when am I going to get my jerseys? And that was the only text message that showed up. So I'm like, so I had no information on the order. I'm like scratching my head, huh? I'm like, hey, can you message me online again? Can you message me on whatever, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever? And I'm trying to talk to the guy. Then I had to go to my old phone and look it up, and that didn't really tell me much. And then I had to do a lot of research, just because the old
Mosh, that's why from here on out, Mosh, you need to have your messages synced to your cloud.
And I guess I better. I guess I need to message. I guess I need to email myself all the usernames and passwords. That way I have it on my computer.
There is a software you could buy. I forgot what it's called, but you make one message.
I've heard about them. Again, I only have problems with the even on the iPhone iCloud. Oh, you've already used that password one time. You cannot use it again. But it's like, I want to use that one again because I remember that one. So you switch over. I forget that one. So I'm switching over again to something I can remember. Okay. I forget that one. So now I've got switched over like 100 million times. It's like YouTube. My email addresses, I got them down. My YouTube, I got it down. Twitter, I got it down. Instagram, I got it down because I can use the same, my same 5 passwords over and over. But on that whole iCloud, that's when I get fucked. Go ahead, Billy Ray.
Write them write your passwords down. You won't forget them.
Old school it, pen and paper. Yeah, yeah, I remember that, man. Billy Ray. You'd be like 386-789-6473. That's his number. Then my MCF, he's at 221-224-6789. Yeah.
But
old school it.
And the same token, it's good to change them every once in a while.
So, Mosh, I'll send you a link where you could buy this software. And what it does, you make one password, right? You add all your accounts, and what it does a random password generator, really, really hard. Usually 26-character passwords. You don't have to remember those other than the master password. And so every time you log into something, you start that software and put your master password, click whatever it is that you have, synced with it, and that's it. So that's what I've been doing because now I have a bunch of crypto wallets and I don't remember the password. Oh.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Too late now, though.
Sentinel, he's like, how do you remember them? Number of the B666, Judas Priest for life. Yeah, passwords like that. Iron Maiden, number of the B666, Judas Priest for life. Certain, you know what I'm going at. Yeah.
Nice and simple. Mosh 88.
And then when you say stuff like that, they got to be at least six letters.
A character.
Well, it was the Apple that threw me off. That like you got to have like two things capitalized. Then you got to have some numbers. So it's like fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
My passwords are easy. It's all my Cowboys family daily. That's the password.
What's up, Voodoo?
Anybody need a phone?
Now he finds.
I just sat down and heard that.
Mosh,
Hey, this usually doesn't happen too often.
Sorry, I missed her.
Nice.
Mosh.
Guy vodka, yeah.
You know
hold
what
on,
tastes pretty good?
It sucks, but it's time.
There we go.
One's pretty good. I think it's the same maker, Belvedere.
I already did. I started this off with 2 Bloody Marys.
Oh.
So yeah, I can't take a shot with you because I had shots. Now I went to a beer.
You have to take a shot with me, Mosh. Come on.
Billy Ray will. Billy Ray,
Right,
can you do a shot?
Voodoo, let's go.
Billy Ray, can you do a shot with MCF, Mike Elway's family? He may be taking the piss right now. Hold on.
What was that, Moss?
Yeah, can you do a shot with my buddy MCF, Mike Elway's family?
I don't know. It's too late. I gotta go to bed. Sorry.
Never too late.
Damn it! One shot.
He wants him to. He wants you to slam that bottle with him.
Hold on, MCF, you fucker.
I'll hold it off. brother. You know, it's not often I drink. I don't drink. I usually stick with the THC, but yeah.
You got excited because Cowboys are playing the Buccaneers week 1.
That's partially why I'm drinking, because they are playing the Bucs. Not because I'm not scared of them. It's that I can't go. I literally not gonna be able to make this fucking game.
I haven't seen your show yet. Saving it.
What happened?
You know what I was telling people?
Hold on there.
Is
Dash.
if the Cowboys right? Always been
We'll
like
talk
that,
Cowboys
man.
in a minute. Let's get this shot in.
Word. Though,
Ready, Mark?
Kicked,
Ready? Cheers, brother.
There we go. Cheers.
Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys.
Now remember why I don't drink. A little chaser.
Yeah, dude. Vodka to me tastes like fucking rubbing alcohol. That's great.
But I needed it. I mean, it just sucks. I really planned to go to this game, and then after we kind of assumed it was going to be Tampa Bay week 1, and I check in the prices, $460 something per ticket.
4, and that's nosebleeds.
Damn.
And that's the
Nosebleeds.
worst.
Nosebleeds.
That's the worst fucking seats in the whole fucking
Nosebleeds, yep.
stadium.
That's the
Yep. Right.
I refuse to fucking get suckered like that by them. I don't know. It's just a great game though. I want to go so badly, and
just keep your eye open because last minute cancellations. People get sick. People die from COVID. People have to fucking go to work. So,
and that's the key though too, because that's the one game, Mosh. I mean, that's the one game we can actually get to without having to make like reservations and plans. We get tickets last second. We can go the next day, drive out there in 45 minutes, be there.
So. Just keep an eye open for last minute cancellations. You'd be surprised how many people get canceled out in the last minute.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I've heard that about the Cowboy games as well, like in Dallas.
Yes.
You can wait to the end and get the.
Yeah, let me tell everybody real quick again. When Tampa Bay sucked,
no one's around.
When Tampa Bay sucked, a few years back, and I went multiple times.
We went. I went too. Yep, 2009.
We took over the stadium. We took over 55% Cowboys. Yep. I would say, I'm not trying to be a dick.
60%.
58 to 42. 58 to 42. 60-40.
Played there.
Hey.
Play there.
Can I? Hey, Voodoo. Let me. Voodoo.
We were there. I went to that opener.
I wanted the video to be quiet for a second so I can finish. And again, hey, we're talking row one. Again, sideline, goal line. But hey, we're row one. Between the 15 and the 0 or 20 and the 0.
Goal line.
But hey, row one with taxes, surcharges, right under 400 or at 400. And now they want 400 and up, 500 for the nosebleeds. And here's the difference. It could be about, maybe they're not doing full capacity, but now we're not talking about the Bucks that sucked. The ticket prices were high. Those were high prices. Yep. Why? Because America's team.
Yep.
The Bucks playing the Dolphins or any other team.
It's like $100.
Cheap. But because it was America's team, they were high. And now we're talking about America's team and the Super Bowl winning. So all the bandwagon fans are going to come back. Yeah, we are going to get ass raped on that game.
I disagree. I think we're going to win.
Inflation. You've got opening. You got ring ceremony, defending Super Bowl champs, and they happen to be playing that team, the Cowboys.
Don't forget, it's a season opener. We're opening the entire season. We're opening the season.
There was a preseason game for that Cowboy Rams that were over $300 for a preseason game.
That's crazy.
And that was for a preseason. That's Cali prices. I'm used to the Cali price being like that. I never heard that in Florida.
Yeah, when the Raiders played in fucking Tampa Bay back in 2016, we took over the stadium as well. There was like 60-70% Raider fans.
Because the Bucs fans, the biggest bandwagon group are the Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans. The biggest. Yep. I've rarely seen a bigger bandwagon set of fans
playing a small market in Tampa Bay, and like there's a million things better to do than to catch a football game in Tampa Bay. So,
yeah, but now it's a sellout. Now it's a fucking $100 for the nosebleed ticket.
Yep.
Man. The wife and I made a kind of put together numbers here, and we could take the kids and maybe spend an extra $500 to see a game and see all the extra stuff. Get a studio, get a Cowboy tour, take a flight out there, the whole thing with the kids, and it'll still be cheaper than this time. And watch the Broncos or watch the Falcons game in Dallas, and that's cheaper than me driving my ass 45 minutes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneer game.
Yeah, because you're not that far. Yeah, it's crazy. You should go to the Raiders and Cowboys game instead. Enjoy. That's
gonna be a blowout by the Cowboys. We're gonna blow out the Raiders.
And Ash, you need to hold on, bro, because I just want to talk real quick. I mean, you can. Hey, Ash, you can stay backstage. I want to talk. Hey, like MCF. Here's the deal. Like Tim, I always go with Tim and Johnny. If I showed you pics, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, Tim and Johnny. I've seen them in a lot of your videos. You guys at a lot of games." Timmy runs an aviation company. He's a millionaire. He's as cool as Shingo. But my point is, he's a millionaire, so he can go to that game like that. But for somebody like me and you, it's like, oh man. And again, me is one thing, but you're like, hey, well, I got the wifey, I got the kids, I got this. And hey, does the wifey take one for me and be like, hey, go ahead by yourself? And or you say, hey, honey, I'll watch the kids, you go by yourself. So that's what you got to get because it's so high. It's so high. It's like, oh my God.
No, the kids are not going to the Tampa game, but we were thinking of taking them to a Dallas game. But I mean, you can pay the same amount and go for two almost you can pay a little more and go for 2 Cowboy games in Dallas rather than going to this Tampa game.
Oh yeah, and hey, check out the Giants. The fucking Giants get to play at Tampa and at Miami. We do not get at Miami. We don't even get Miami. And again, we get Jacksonville preseason game 4, but where is it? In Dallas. The last time we got to see at Jacksonville.
They were in London.
Well, hold on. There was
London,
2 times.
damn.
Technically, Drew Bledsoe, I was there. But in the game after with
London.
Romo, they took it to London.
Those bitches. And I was going to go to that game. Motherfuckers. And they're really taking a lot of games out of Florida.
They have not allowed us to play at Jacksonville since Drew Bledsoe. Now they got the pool built up
16 years ago.
Well, I feel pretty good with the schedule because it's
I love the schedule.
If somehow, some way, like I can't make it to Las Vegas or Los Angeles to see the Raiders play at SoFi, there's a preseason because I live in the Bay Area. There's a preseason game against the 49ers, so I'm guaranteed to go to that once. I'm going to go to the 49ers preseason game in Levi's. Like I will be there. So.
Hey, no, preseason is cool,
but
cheaper and kind of a chill.
You guys are talking about like the ticket against the Tampa Bay game being expensive. Fuck, dude! Like the first game we're playing Baltimore under the bright lights Monday Night Football. It starts out at like $700, $800. Not even joking.
Really?
Not even joking. Yeah,
that's not the worst seats.
Yeah, like the nosebleed seats. I understand it's a really good game. There's a lot of hype.
Yeah, but think about opening the season. Opening the season, the first game of the season, everyone's waiting for it. Dak Prescott back from his injury. Tom Brady with the Super Bowl ring. That game's the biggest game on week 1.
All right, let me go.
Probably one of the biggest
Brando, hold on. Let me go. I'll backstage you guys. Brando, I can go right now. It'd take me minutes. It would take me a while. We were in like 136, 137. My point is 132, row 1, under $400. So now you're saying 2,600.
Jesus fucking Christ! I'm sorry. You know what NFL is doing, right? They're making the money back from the COVID year. They're making the money back. Yeah. I heard just on this Cowboy game that the Cowboy Buccaneer game on the television money, that's going to pull up like $2 million more on everybody's salary cap just on this one game.
Didn't the NFL lose like $5 billion in revenue last year due to COVID?
They still made like $3 billion. They still made it.
Yeah, but they lost like $5 billion, right, or something like that.
They didn't make 8. They made 3. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Then I'm not crying for Jerry Jones and all the other owners. Fuck
yeah, no.
But yeah, no. I mean, they took a hit. They're gonna make it back now, double. Sorry, go ahead, Voodoo.
Did you see that, MCF?
Which one? What?
Did you see that? Jerry Jones ain't hurting for money. He had fucking
7,000
people for that Canelo fight.
Jerry Jones is like one of the richest owners in football. My ownership.
The Cowboys are worth $5.7 billion, and Dak is the 4th highest paid athlete in the world. Just in case you didn't know, he's the number 1 paid athlete in America. Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott? That's insane. He makes more. Wait. So you're telling me he makes more in a salary cap year than Mahomes?
Yep. He got $75 million, up front.
Hey, Dak was beating everybody last year. Then he got injured.
Mosh, that's kind of cap. You were 2-3 before you got hurt.
No, hey, we're talking about. Hey, we're not talking about the offensive line. We're not talking about the defense. We're talking about the quarterback stats. Jeez. He was out beating Russell Wilson. He was out beating Patrick Mahomes. He was out beating everybody. Yeah. He was out beating Drew Brees. That's my point, bro.
Oh yeah, it seemed like Dak Prescott would have had like 6,000 yards passing if he would have stayed healthy. Like, he was going on like a fucking tear. But then again, though, weren't you guys down like most games by like 3 touchdowns plus? I mean, Dak Prescott obviously had to throw it a lot. So
that's the problem. And Dak, when he had to throw it without the offensive line, sometimes he threw a bad pass and was intercepted. Sometimes he fumbled. Yeah. So he helped put us behind the 8 ball, but he brought us back.
Yeah. I mean,
Let
that
me tell you
Falcons
this,
game, yeah,
Ash.
he came back from 20-point plus down in the first.
multiple times. But that's why he had big yardage, because he had to come back from his mistakes and Zeke's
Then again,
mistakes
that's the
and the defensive
Falcons.
mistakes. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
thought,
check
but
this
then
out,
again,
Ash.
too, like I thought, because unfortunately we got blown out by Dallas, and then fucking, I thought we were gonna come back too, because like we were down by like 17-20. I'm like, all right, bet the Falcons know how to blow a big lead, so
They do
we
it
could
all
come
the time.
back from this. And then fucking the one time they actually didn't blow a lead.
They hold the lead.
Shit,
They
why
beat
does that have
them.
to be my team?
Voodoo, what's up, man? What are you trying to say?
What I'm trying to say, because Ash is going to play the most glorified running back in the NFL week 1. I know people always say, well, the Cowboys were down by this much. This is why Dak has all those yards.
He's talking about Baltimore's
Wow.
quarterback.
Okay. Okay.
I like
it's
Lamar
true,
Jackson though.
but at least he can do it, right, MCF? He can do it. He could pass the ball and
Lamar
get you
Jackson, I
back in
mean,
the game. Lamar
he's
Jackson,
a great
you
running
put
back.
17 points on the lead, he's done. He's done for the game. He's not going to throw his way back in.
Wait. Say that again one more time,
And
Voodoo.
Against Baltimore.
So
If you get up on
you were
Baltimore-
saying Dak had all the yards passing because the Cowboys were down, which is true, but he's still able to do it. He brought him back to either losing by one score or winning. Now, Lamar Jackson, which everyone wants to suck his big, fucking leg, because not even his arm, he can't throw for shit. I don't think he's a good quarterback. I think Baltimore is about to make the biggest mistake in franchise history. You put up any type of pressure on him, he can't fucking come back. And people say, how do you stop Lamar Jackson? He runs, he does this. He stopped Lamar Jackson by putting points on him and forcing him to play quarterback.
And now they got rid of their Pro Bowl offensive lineman to Kansas City.
Don't remind me, Mosh.
They got Villanueva though to replace him. Not as good.
Villanueva's
Well,
getting
Raiders
up
don't
there with age, but yeah.
I know, just saying they got somebody to help replace him. But yeah, you're right.
Hey,
But he's gonna have to play right though, instead of left.
Is Mark Ingram still a Raven? Is he coming back
No,
healthy?
he went to the Texans.
He's gone.
Wow.
So it's all Lamar Jackson's arm and legs. They're in trouble.
No, not necessarily. They got J.K. Dobbins, and he's got a high ceiling.
Yeah, I know. He's got to prove it like a couple of years consistent,
And Gus Edwards is not too shabby as well. So
I think that you guys will hang with the Ravens. I do.
I hope so. I hope we can win that game. I the way I see it right now, I think it's like 55 Ravens, 45 Raiders. I
agree with what Voodoo's saying though. What Voodoo said is right though. If the Raiders, if Derek Carr can get up some points on there, they're definitely going to keep the Ravens behind the 8 ball, and that would help you guys.
We can put up points against the Ravens. I'm not really. The Ravens have a good defense. Got a little worse in the offseason. Like they lost Judon and Ngakoue to us.
The Ravens got rid of their 2 pass rushers. What was that? Judon and
Ngakoue. Yeah, that's what I just said. Ngakoue and Judon. So yeah, no, their defense it's still good, but like it's not like
it's got a lot of
weak like a world beater or anything like that. Yeah. Like I think we could put up points against the Ravens.
Let me ask you guys a question.
Hold on. Sorry, guys. I just wanted to go off on this real quick. Wow, why do I got a circle here? I hope I don't freeze up. It'll be only MCF. Can I have you guys and you be quiet?
Just in case, yeah.
Yeah, just in case. Because otherwise, yeah. I wanted to go off on this. Sentinel, not no. I think it's a big thing when they're like Eagles, Giants, you get what I'm saying? Niners, Steelers, Deadskins. That's when it's a big thing. Or is she a bandwagon fan? One of the best of my life. I'm not going to go into details. She is a Patriots fan, but but before they got big. Fuck, I froze. You got to be kidding me.
I see you. I hear you.
Did I freeze?
I see you and I hear you, bro, and you're moving around there.
Yeah.
Shit. God.
Honestly, if worst comes to worst, though, if we do lose to Baltimore in week 1, I'm not even tripping because I know what you guys might say, like, oh, but I'm not really tripping on it because we have their number. And plus, like, I think this player is washed up now. And I think, like, like the Steelers, right? We play the Steelers in week 2, and I love the fact we play them that early into the season because the game is actually in Pittsburgh. I was worried we had to play them in November and December. It was going to be all cold and windy and snowy. Nope, it's going to be nice, 70 to 80 degrees, warm, sunny, and
Hey, this
perfect
is his mod.
weather for football.
Shit, I clicked on the wrong button. Fuck.
So
The
Fuck.
Raiders beat the Steelers the last time they played. Wasn't it like a week 16 game or something like that?
what's up?
It was like one of those surprise games where everyone thought the Raiders were going to lose and they actually beat the fucking Steelers.
Yeah, it was like
I remember
in
that.
2018. We were like a 2-win team at that point. The Steelers were fighting for a playoff spot, and we won. Ben Roethlisberger's never won in Oakland. Ben Roethlisberger's 2-5, 2-6, I think, against the Raiders. He always
Oh,
struggles
shut up,
against
shut
us.
up. What a piece of fucking shit. Brendan Rodgers, you're a fucking scumbag. You're losing your fucking mod on this fucking channel at least.
What did he do?
Wait, what did he? What?
He typed up
happened?
fucking Sentinel for no fucking reason. Thank you, 214. What the fuck? Where's he at, guys? He's unmodded. Type. Oh, where is he at? I want to
God
unmod
damn
the
it,
fucking guy.
Brandon!
Get in here,
Where the
Brandon.
fuck is he?
Come on, Brandon.
Did he even type over here?
Don't be the 13-year-old you
Gabriel
are.
Cunt hasn't even typed.
Yeah,
He hasn't even
cunts.
typed, so I can't even unmod him unless has he typed, guys?
Who, Sentinel?
No,
No.
Brandon. No, Sentinel typed because he got fucking frozen. What the fuck going on over here?
I don't know. I'm not
What
really
a fucking
seeing
little
anything.
fucking bitch.
I don't see Brandon on the
Damn, you
live
pissed.
chat.
Who did he?
Fuck yeah, I'm fucking pissed. A piece of fucking shit.
Fucking Brandon. All I gotta say is though, whenever you play the Chiefs, Chargers, and Broncos, all I gotta say is go Cowboys in that game.
Check this out. You talk about the Chiefs. You see this picture?
Yeah. Well,
Hold
what
on.
about it?
Look at Baker Mayfield.
Eating a hot dog.
Look at Daniel Jones.
Derek Carr's just chilling in the truck.
Pissed off. Where is he?
He's just chilling.
Carr.
Where's Dak? Or there's Zeke? Okay.
Oh wait, here you
Carr
go.
with
Here,
it.
hold on. Here.
Carr with it.
Hold on. Check out Zeke. Barbecue. Can you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
You can't see what it says. It says Texas barbecue,
Got a
not as
ribbon on
good. Texas barbecue, not as good as Kansas City barbecue.
I can't have an
Damn.
opinion on it because I haven't tried either or.
No, I know, but my point is that they're trolling every team that plays an Arrowhead this year. They're trolling them.
Oh,
I mean-
that's for the okay.
Yeah, because you guys are you got Carl all pissy.
Oh wait, y'all play at Arrowhead? Damn it!
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, our schedule is going to
Because
be.
if y'all would have played them at AT&T Stadium, then y'all would have a good chance of winning that game.
What do
I'm
you
gonna
know
root
about
for y'all regardless, though.
What do you know about
fuck the
these games
Chiefs.
right here?
Let's see here, Cowboys. Who do you? Okay. Oh, you got the Chargers. Where's that game at?
In SoFi,
Y'all could win that game
of course.
because
Eagles.
it's going to be a bunch of Cowboys fans there
We're
anyway.
gonna get 3 straight home games. We can win those easy. Not easy, you know what I'm saying, but we should definitely
Week
win
2?
those. Then you get,
Yeah, you know the Eagles, Panthers,
And-
Giants. That's all winnable. Yeah, you're right.
and you got
Patriots is
the
gonna be
Patriots.
tough.
They don't got Brady. They got bye week
Vikings Monday night
Sunday night for the Vikings.
or
Then
Sunday
you got,
night. Okay.
You got the Broncos in Dallas.
Win that
Atlanta,
game.
Atlanta can
Then
be
we
tougher
play-
than people think.
Why?
Then KC, and then we get a quick turnaround against your Raiders. That's the big. It's not your Raiders I'm scared of. It's the quick turnaround. But then we get a week before we get the Saints. We get Washington.
That's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Raiders. Thanksgiving. The Vegas Raiders.
Yup.
And then you see that right there? That you got Washington, Giants, Washington.
Washington again in like 3
Yeah,
weeks.
Basically, yeah. And then the Giants in between that. And listen, look, the Saints, Washington, and the Giants, 3 straight road games
Wow.
in December. That's all
Wow.
right. Then we get home against Washington, home against the Cardinals, and then on the road against Philly. But I
This
think
schedule thing is
Cowboys
so
are.
complex. The 17th game is just so weird.
I know it throws shit off.
Like instead of me saying, "Oh, the Raiders are going to go like 10-6, 11-5," I had to say, "Oh, the Raiders are going to go 11-6." Like,
Exactly. You got to switch that. You always got to think about which way the other game goes. But listen. Worst case for the Cowboys. I looked at the quarterbacks we're playing.
mhm.
I mean, I'm not saying that this dictates everything, but I'm looking at our defense. I'm afraid our defense, still young, still going to get it together throughout the season. But outside of Brady, Mahomes, Matt Ryan,
Carr,
I guess Derek Carr and
you guess.
Kirk Cousins.
Come
I'm
on,
saying-
you're in a division with Daniel Jones and fucking Jalen Hurts, Ryan Fitzpatrick. Come on, he's better than all those quarterbacks.
That's my point. Oh, that's my point. I mean, you are like at the top tier of the group of these guys. You're Derek Carr.
Okay, that's fair.
No, I'm saying
that's
it's 5 quarterbacks. And I listen. Let's be honest. Mahomes and Brady, they're elites, right? And then you got the very good quarterbacks. Matt Ryan, I think, is in that group with the team he has, right? I think Kirk Cousins, he's a good player, but we own him. And of course, Derek Carr as well. He's good enough to be.
You can't
in that
judge
list.
off of one game, though. You just can't.
But my question is, what happens after that?
Once, but it came down to like the last second. So,
do you think Herbert is ready? Do you think Herbert's ready to take on our team? Do you think Herbert's that good? Because I'm not scared of him. Like, there's no other. You got that's 5 out of 17 games. We got tough quarterbacks.
Justin Herbert, like, he had a really good rookie campaign last year, but here's the thing: like, he had the most pass attempts out of all quarterbacks, and he had multiple blown fourth quarter leads. And not to mention, too, compared to the other 2 rookie quarterbacks with Joe Burrow and Tua Tagovailoa, he had the best weapons amongst those 3 quarterbacks because he had Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Hunter Henry when he was still there, Austin Eckler out of the backfield. Obviously, he has a better offensive line now. He probably has better coaching now because I think Brandon Staley was probably an upgrade over Anthony Lynn because, yes, he did blow some games in the fourth quarter, but it also has to do with the fact that, like, Anthony Lynn doesn't know how to manage a play clock.
I hear you. But let me say this, though. When I look at our defense, the Cowboys
could have a sophomore slump next year.
Well, I look at the Cowboy defense and I say, we're going to have trouble on defense. Our offense is going to blow even the best defenses to smithereens.
Yeah.
I believe that. But I believe that the defense is our weakness, right? So I'm looking at which quarterbacks can carve us up.
Right.
And I look at names like Justin Herbert, not yet. I look at names like Jalen Hurts, not yet. I look at names like Sam Darnold, no. I look at guys like Danny Dimes, no. I look at Cam Newton.
No, Cam Newton's
not that
done.
level no more. Now,
Wait,
you got
when do you guys play the Patriots? When do you guys play the Patriots?
Drew Lock.
MCL.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying Matt Ryan's all right, but you got Mahomes, you got Derek Carr, and you got Jameis Winston with the Saints. People forget that he's the quarterback there. You got, of course, Washington with Fitzpatrick.
Hey, MCF. It's that
Kyler
time.
Murray. Come on, we're good.
Hold on, it's that time. What do you want?
You fucking cunt.
Huh?
What's the problem?
He's 13.
Ain't no damn problem.
Why are you timing out Sentinel?
Because he's a little faggot. He deserves it.
No, not on this channel.
Yeah, on this channel.
Wow.
Fuck off.
Damn.
Whatever. Cunt.
You fucking cunt. Hey, MCF, when do you guys play the Patriots?
It's earlier. It's like the week 6.
Okay, so then by then, I think Cam will still probably be the starter. So I was thinking maybe if you guys were playing him in like November or December, maybe Mac Jones might be starting it because I expect Cam to still be bad. I think Cam is just like a former shell himself. I think he's washed up now because of his shoulder and all the injuries he sustained the past 2 to 3 years. I thought it was dumb for the Patriots, especially very late into the season too. Like if you wanted to get Cam, why didn't you get him like back in March and April? Why do you have to wait till like weeks before training camp to sign him, especially in the system that the Patriots run? You know what I mean? Yeah. With the 2 tight ends set and Josh McDaniels' system along with Belichick. Like I remember Bleacher Report, like Julian Edelman told Cam Newton like about the system. He's all like, this shit's like fucking, what should I call it? Calculus. Like it's that complex. So yeah, I mean he'll probably be better next year, but I think like his ceiling is like maybe like bottom 20. Honest, I still don't think he's.
Yeah, I think he's better.
Sorry about that. Yeah, he deserves a timeout. Wow, he's like, wow, 214. Your wife's a Patriots fan, comma. That must be weird. So Brandon Rogers is here, like, wife, what is that? Girlfriend, what is that? Husband, what is that? Boyfriend, what is that? I get nothing of anything. So, yeah, he's feeling upset. Let's see that 2 people are together. And, yeah, they rep some different teams, but it's like he gets nothing. So he got so upset that he fucking put sitting on a timeout. What a little pussy-ass fucking bitch. Grow up. Maybe you'll get a nice husband or boyfriend. Then again, maybe you won't. You have to be like a slut and go to fucking, what is it? Not Seattle. New Orleans Saints. You got to go when they're doing their thing. What is it called, guys, in the Saints? And yeah, you have to buy a little hooker. Yeah.
Mardi Gras.
Yeah, Mardi Gras. Yeah, thanks.
What was I going to say? But I also think like the parity of quarterbacks is just it's only going to get better and better and better. Like the quarterbacks that like got drafted this year, I could see all of them having success in the NFL, and that even includes Sentinel's bitch ass team, the Whiners with fucking Trey Lance. He's a boomer bust quarterback though. Like he could be like the highest,
Yeah,
bidder, or he could be like the
there we
biggest
go.
bust.
Breaking news. Breaking news. Sentinel got the paybacks. He typed out Brendan Rodgers. That's all I wanted.
Damn.
There we go. There we go. Now you both have one.
Damn.
Fight it out. Now fight it out on a typewriter, you guys.
I don't. I like the parity because I know Dak's in the top elites there, closer to that than he is to the middle. So, Dak Prescott with the weapons we got. That's the thing I'm trying to say. When I look at our defense as our weakness, and we see quarterbacks are not really going to carve us up as they did. If you played Breeze and Rodgers and
right.
everything. So if we end up, actually, our defense can at least do somewhat okay as the season goes on. We can still. Get a Cowboys defense can get better and better and learn the Quinn system better. I mean, I'm just saying the quarterbacks we'll go up against will not be those that can really carve us up as they did last year. And again, we had a really bad situation last year. So I believe that with that offense, like Mosh says, hold that ball, time of possession, rest your defense, but put up points. You do that, the defense comes together against lesser quarterbacks. The Cowboys have a chance to be more than 11 or 12 wins. I think I'm settling with. I'll stay with 11 and 6. Because I believe that's.
I think 10 and 7.
That's what me and Duke were at.
Y'all will win that division with 10
and
7.
Hey, let me go off.
The worst. The Cowboys would be the worst.
Let me go off. Honda X. The greatest. Again, I hate that 3 out of our last 5 games are on the road. I hate that 4 out of our last 5 games are against the division. But on the plus side, by that time that we play Washington, damn near back to back, we play them, and then a week off, then we play them again. We are going to know everything about their defense. We're going to know everything about their offense, and that benefits us. We're going to know everything about their defense, everything about their offense, who's injured, who's playing good, who's playing bad. So I disagree with that statement because we are going to have all the tape in the world to know what to do and how to battle them.
And they'll have tape on us, but I think that their defense is not solid in the back end, so they have to get the pressure. And if we don't have injuries, on the offensive line, we're gonna roll them. I think it's just a matter. We might. Go ahead.
Fitzmagic will probably be playing. So that's
I mean, I don't know if he'll be playing by then, Fitzpatrick.
I thought that too.
One team.
We don't even know if he'll be quarterback by then.
That is the one team aside from the Cow, because I really do think you guys are the favorites to win that division because, for one, you guys have the most competent quarterback in the division. 2, you have the best offense in the division. And 3, I just think that you guys are the better team overall, those 3 teams. I think it's going to be neck and neck between you and Washington, and that's the only team that I think, aside from the Cowboys, that I'm worried about.
They have no offense. And their defense,
true, but I'm just saying, at least from my standpoint as a Raider fan, like when we play Washington, it's going to be tough because our offensive line, we made a bunch of changes and whatnot. They still got that front 4 of theirs, and Ryan Fitzpatrick, like he only has probably like 2 or 3 games that were good per year, but it's always against fucking us, bro. So that's probably a trap game, honestly, more than anything. And it's in Vegas too, but I could see us losing that game, unfortunately. Oh shit, we better go at least 3-1 against the East this year. Like, it better be if we do lose one game against the East, it better be against y'all because like fucking at least y'all have a quarterback. Like,
and we're in our home and we got the offense.
Fuck.
And we got a lot of pluses for this game against you guys.
Like the giant, like the Eagles are rebuilding. The Giants have Danny Dimes, and then the fucking Washington with Ryan Fitzpatrick, like the journeyman, like bruh.
Let me let me ask you guys a question. So I seen that the 4th easiest schedule was the Bucs. I think it's set in stone that obviously he plays his division and they just do on our division. But we're talking. We're talking 2, 4, 6. That's 9 games. So again, 9 games, and then the Saints, they're not going to be as good because of the Drew Brees is gone. So that's 9 games right there. But Super Bowl champs, I don't care. They should not have the 4th easiest schedule, no matter what.
I mean, you can't control that. That's the metrics.
Well, you have to
But-
also think
and they
team
play
lost
the
their
they play
division.
probably the worst division in the AFC.
Exactly. No, I think your guys' division's worse.
Oh, I
No. I'm saying in the AFC. Because
Oh,
there's four
South?
games
Yeah,
from the
you're right,
AFC
you're right. They're
that
playing
the
the
Tampa Bay
South,
Buccaneers have
right?
to play.
Wait.
he's been.
Wait.
So let me ask.
Don't over talk him, Ash. What are the 4 games in AFC? Did you look them up, or did you remember what division?
For the Bucks, I don't. I mean, for the for the Bucks,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Let me give me a second.
All right, come back in,
AFC.
Ash. Go ahead.
My
I'm
bad.
about to catch your show right now because I'm about to start some work. MCF, I want to ask you and every Cowboy fan in here. Week 1 does not concern me because Cowboys' attitude has always been when the backs are against the wall, we play our best, especially as the underdog going against a better team. Usually either being very competitive or actually winning. If Cowboys win week 1, but then get their ass beat, like blown out by the Chargers in week 2, are you going to say, here we go again?
No, it's way too early. Again, new coaches, new players on defense. And I will not overlook that. I will not overlook that.
No, it's an attitude that's been the Cowboys' mantra as of late. It's they get up for the big game, like the Raiders do. They'll play your ass hard when it comes to the hard team, and then they play to the level of their competition, is what I'm saying.
Oh, don't remind me.
Would you? Because I have to watch Raider games. My family are all Raider fans, so I watch Raiders. So
Oh,
the same.
What? Are you the black sheep of the family, man? Come on, man. Come on, man.
He's the right one there, as far as football teams.
Mm.
But
You have
No, I mean,
you have a good family, though. I can tell. You have a very good family.
Ruined their.
I'm not going to jump to that. I don't think I jump to that right away, Voodoo. I don't think I'm going to say, "Oh, here we go again," but it will feel like it. I understand what you're saying, and I have the Buccaneers schedule. The reason that they have an easy schedule,
I see it now.
yeah, they get the Bears. They were the number. I mean, that's right. The Bears were second in the division, so they get the Bears and they get the Colts as their away game on the AFC, and then they get the AFC East. Because the Jets, the Bills, the Patriots,
Bills,
and the
Jets,
Dolphins.
Panthers. Wow.
Yeah, so it's not that it was like given to them. This is what fell on their turn, and
Bullshit. They modded that up. Panthers, Jets. Their last 3 games. Come on, man.
Panthers,
Come
Jets,
on.
Panthers.
Panthers,
Okay,
Jets. The Bucks last 3 games.
No, it's Panthers, Jets, Panthers.
Okay,
Yeah.
MC. Okay,
But definitely get some easy games. I agree.
I know the teams are set, right? What Mosh is saying, you can't change the teams you play because they already know the schedule for next year, pretty much almost, right?
Yeah, the schedule that we know. Well, it's where teams fall, but yeah.
Mosh about is the dates and the times. Like,
You don't think we got a favorable schedule?
Some teams play in the code and make sure some teams don't. You could, manipulate it a little bit, not too much, but you can. Like
I think the NFL thinks that the Bucs will win it already by then.
Well, I'm just saying, but Washington with that nasty field in the end, because fucking Daniel Snyder, rich as hell, but he's got like a fucking.
Brando, who is week 3? Who is week 3 for the Bucks? I can't understand that.
I just had it up. I don't know.
I don't know who that is either. I'm asking Brando. Who the fuck is that? I've never seen that signal ever.
Hold on, let me see. I'll find it.
It's like an A with a circle.
It is the
LA.
Yeah, LA Rams. That was a second place team, I think, last year as well. So they get every single second place team.
That's the Rams. But it's like, hey, they play the Bengals, but not the Browns, not the Steelers, not the Ravens, and they're the Super Bowl champs. Why do they get to play the fucking Bengals?
Do they play the Bengals? No, did they play the Bengals? Let me see.
Oh, is that Bears? I just see the C.
Bears. Come on.
Oh, week 7.
That's the Bears.
They
get the Cowboys, Falcons, Rams, Patriots, Dolphins, Eagles, Bears, Saints, Washington, Giants, Colts, Falcons, Bills, Saints, Carolina, Jets, and Carolina. That's an easy ass schedule.
Yeah,
And that's the way it's set for all the teams in that NFC South. They all got the similar teams. But they came in second in their division. So they play the second place teams like the Bears, the Rams, the Colts, and the AFC. I'm just saying those are the teams they play. And again, they play the whole NFC East. They play the AFC East. So they have a lot of weaker teams they go against.
Mead, as long as we do our job, the rest of the games, that don't matter.
Didn't you guys get
We
blown out by
can take an
Arizona
L
last
at the
year?
end.
We
can
did.
we can rest our players for that game.
But we did have no offensive line, Andy Dalton, and these are their first games for them. And we blew two big plays on defense, which was horrible. We were still horrible on defense. We blew two
One
big
of them
plays.
was by fucking
Michael Gallup dropped the touchdown, and we really were. If you had taken that, if we had just a little bit better defense, and Michael Gallup catches a touchdown, that's a closer game. That's what we're gonna have that this year. It's gonna be a better offense and a better defense.
who was that one corner you had? I remember he got burnt too. We had him on the Raiders too.
Formerly Raider, yeah, Darryl Worley. Fuck him.
Yeah,
Trash.
he's Mr. Toast.
What, he
So I know how you feel,
Yeah, he was burned on that play against the Cardinals. That was the Cameron
Mr.
Kirk.
Toast.
Let me
Cameron
go
Kirk?
off again.
Christian
Let me go
Kirk?
off again. You don't BR. We're brothers. This is TTC. That guy wasn't trash talking you. In fact, he was not trash talking anybody. He was not spamming. He was not doing racial shit. He did not deserve a timeout. Learn to use your wrench the TTC way. Maybe you're on some gay streams and they do all that shit. Hey, and LL, one of my Cowboys brothers, he does some shit that I would not approve of on his channel. But hey, this is what it is.
Mosh, he
My
only
channel-
signed him out because he's a Seattle fan and Sentinel's a Niners fan. Let's be real.
They hate each other. Divisional battle.
I thought Aaron
I'm not
Rodgers.
gonna lie.
You
When I-
don't time. That's the number one reason not to time somebody out because they're a rivalry. That means y'all need to totally go at it and have respect for each other and fucking best typer or best guy on video or live wins. Yeah. But they weren't even talking sports. They weren't even talking sports.
Did you know that? Did you hear something about not talking sports?
They weren't even talking to each other.
Did you know that? Did you know that Jay-Z, first living solo rapper to be inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? That's
Oh, really?
No,
Wow.
That's ridiculous.
that was Tupac.
Oh, yeah, it was.
well, he had to be alive though.
Tupac was the first
Damn.
solo rapper
The first living solo.
Hall of Fame.
You got to say living, yeah.
That I said that. The first living solo rapper.
It doesn't matter. You can't control that. You can't
I know.
control
Yeah,
that.
that's
He lives in
that-
our hearts. That's
That
enough.
is as disgusting as Just for Toll winning the Metal Rock Award over
Why,
Metallica.
what's wrong
years
with
ago.
what's
I
wrong
know,
with
he
Jay-Z?
hates rap.
man?
He don't want rap and rock
I
and
mean,
roll.
he's washed up now, but he wasn't bad back in his
He
prime.
thinks that Jay-Z's not is not rock and roll.
I mean,
Yeah, that's just facts.
Hey, you know what's even more
It's rap. It's music.
Hey,
I mean, isn't the Beastie Boys in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and aren't they like a rap group? Or
Yeah,
am I just
there's a
tripping?
bunch of groups. Run DMC, but not but no solo
Oh,
living
yeah.
artist.
boy? Hey, what was more
Yeah.
disgusting than that, Mosh, was watching Will Smith collect Grammys when all the best rappers were just sitting
Yeah.
at home.
Wait, really?
He
Iron
had to
Maiden?
invent
Iron
his own
Maiden?
award. That was
Iron
disgusting.
Maiden's not on the
When
fucking
you get-
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Biggie with it better.
Hey, rock and roll. You can't put metal in there if it's rock and roll.
Yes, you can. What?
I'm joking. I'm talking like Mosh talks about hip hop.
Oh, I was going to say,
Mosh
I'm being
Mosh is
sarcastic.
gonna go protest.
Mosh, that was
Yeah,
fun
who wants
one
to
night
answer?
when we were.
Hold on. So, who wants to answer this question? Hip hop versus rap. What's the difference?
Ooh,
Oh well, hip hop
has
is
pop
more of the culture and more than just the music. I think hip hop, and I think there's a difference in style because rap there's rap that's like it's more harder. It's less really musically composed. Well, I see hip hop is more. There's more care in the beats and where it's coming from and the meaning and all that kind of stuff. Hip hop is here. Rap is here. In my
There's a
opinion.
million people that would totally argue and debate that.
That's
I
fine.
would probably argue and debate it because you said the word musically, and again, we're talking about programmed beats versus programmed beats. Again, they will hire Who do they hire? They go to the rock metal guys, the higher paid musicians that be the backup band.
No,
And that's a
like
fact.
that.
no, but you take someone like RZA, and I'm sure you know who that. I don't know if Mosh knows who that is, but the RZA
No,
who makes
Rizzo,
music,
Mark Rizzo.
No,
He'll
Rizzo.
play
Later, guys.
any. He will be. He's better than any guitar player in any rap. Any, of course, rap don't have guitar players. Hip hop don't have guitar players. R&B don't have guitar players. Mark Rizzo will outbeat any of them in a shred off.
yeah, in a shred
Of
off.
course,
but I'm just saying,
of course they don't. Of course they don't play that style of music. Again, they don't play any instruments.
but they would whip them on a freestyle battle. So I'm just saying, like, you know, it's
they
different
wouldn't. They
skills.
wouldn't.
Of course they would. Of course,
No,
he
he
couldn't verbally hang with them.
Yeah, he plays flamenco. He plays everything.
Well, hey, that's fine. He would whip up on Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang would whip on him when you try to verbally have a battle or verbally have a contest. But I'm just saying, like, what I'm trying to say is this: there's metaphors and more intricate hip hop lyrics, and the music is more crafted to the beat. It's not just thrown in there. You hear a lot of rap; they just throw in some.
Ash, you ready? Ash, you can come back in here, man. What's going on? You never get kicked out. You didn't get kicked out.
I'm just saying. I think it's more like rap is just like and then you just got like beats thrown in. When you got hip hop, it's more. There's music. There's more music and care. I would say. I don't know. I just see it different. I see a difference.
Well, that's fact, Sentinel.
If they put metal, then you should. You know, if you want to take that out, you got to take metal out too, and jazz. Because hey, you got a rock and roll stole it from jazz. Jazz was the original. So everything.
This ain't about who stole shit from who, dude.
I mean, it's facts. Talk about facts. Them's facts. Jazz is the original. Before rock and roll came from jazz, so it should be the Jazz Hall of Fame. And then you look at like hip hop and R&B. Maybe it should be in there more than rock in some ways. I'm just saying. I'm just kind of open. Well, you're woke now. You've been woke. Now you've awakened.
Hey, what's hold on. I got a great example. What is that TV show that they do all the singers?
American Idol? No.
Yeah, well, yes, American Idol. But then there's America's Got Talent, and it should not. And as far as America's Got Talent, it should not come down to one winner because you got the people that play music, then you got the people that dance, you got the people that are doing bikes and all this, then you got the people that are doing like magic.
Yeah,
so my point is, there should
be
be different categories. Hey, the best dancer was this, the best singer was this, the best magician or other category was this, and the best. Yes, you get what my point is. Yeah,
I do. I agree.
Yeah. All right.
The winner doesn't even appear after, anyways. So it don't
so,
matter.
MCF, I just wanted to explain to you, metal is a form of hard rock. It's an evolutionized form of hard rock. So it's from the rock and roll tree. Hip hop, R&B, and pop don't belong in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because they're not versions of rock and roll. They're entirely different genres.
Let me ask a question. What about Run DMC when they teamed up with Aerosmith?
Exactly.
When they have a lot of guitar in their music.
Crossover. Run DMC is known historically for breaking huge ground in hip hop. They should be in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. We should be including other hip hop artists.
Do you think some hip hop artists have elevated some rock artists?
No.
Really? All right.
But it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's not a popularity contest. We're just going to put in, if we're going to ignore Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Grand Funk Railroad,
I agree with that, but
Anthrax,
my thing is, what about where rock came from, which is jazz? So
rock didn't come from jazz.
No, now you're going again.
Now you're just saying a bunch
jazz
of
and blues.
nonsense. Rock never came from jazz.
No, I would say
Entirely different. Jazz has more. Jazz never came from rock and roll. Rock and roll came from the blues.
That's what I'm saying. Jazz and blues. I was trying to say both of them.
We'll have a category for jazz and blues.
No, I'm just saying, but that's the original. Like that's where everything comes from. Is rock and Elvis and all that. That came from the blues and
rock and
again
came from be good. Let's just leave it at that.
Rock came from to me blues is you could almost say it's of course rock came from that, but You could say that blues and in some ways jazz is more relevant to hip hop and rap than it is to rock.
Yeah, hold on. No, it's not more relevant to hip hop and rap.
He's
Hip hop
just
and rap.
fucking with us at this point.
Yeah,
Mark.
blues and jazz have drummers,
look at the shit in
guitar
his grin on his
players,
face.
bass players, and
I
every
try.
now and then they have other musicians. Rap has never had that.
It's a different kind
Hired
of music.
musicians.
It's a different skill set, yeah. But it's still music
20
that
co-writers.
That's
Kanye uses
program.
20 co-writers.
Program in their music.
Programming the music. Dr. Dre, I give Dr. Dre all the props because he actually produced the beats. But a lot of those guys just put lyrics over.
That's part of hip hop though. Think about it.
But that's not part of
beats and make
music
them
crafting. That's not part of music. That's not part of songwriting. Mosh knows this as well as I do. Because we're
let me
both
ask you
musicians.
Yeah, again, hey, you wanna take where is Run DMC's rock album? Why? Because they had one song with Aerosmith. That's like giving Anthrax.
Should Aerosmith go in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame? Should Aerosmith go in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame?
My point is that's like saying Anthrax deserves to be in the Rock Hall of Fame for doing like a couple rap songs. That's
With
ridiculous.
Public Enemy.
There you go.
It's a crossover.
I'm just saying.
My point is they don't have
Let Voodoo speak.
Do you ever
Go
think
ahead,
that
Bruno.
maybe the reason why? I mean, for me, I'm a Tupac fan. So I'm thinking the only reason why he's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is just a sign of respect. Not so much because he plays an instrument. It's just respect, acknowledgement, as acceptance, as maybe this guy doesn't play the music we do, but his messages and his music, the way he acted, the way he influenced the world, we appreciate that. We admire that. And for that, brother, we're going to stick you where we want you and you belong with us. You ever thought of it that
you're
way?
wrong.
Because Tupac,
I'm sorry,
many
but you're just-
artists,
but you're
You're
wrong.
wrong.
they make
Throw him in
tunes
R&B,
about this guy.
hip hop, rap. He don't deserve in Rock and Roll
You're
Hall of
not-
Fame.
You don't think that Tupac influenced any rock guys out there? You gotta
No.
be kidding me.
No, he didn't influence the
There is
music. He might have influenced artists. For example,
Rock artists.
Anthrax. Scott Ian, the guitarist from Anthrax, is a huge hip hop fan. But should we? Does that
You're
mean
too
that
focused on the
influenced the music of Anthrax? No, it was Anthrax is
You're
a
too-
thrash
you're-
metal
you're-
band
you're-
and put out like one hip hop
You're
song.
too focused on instruments. You're too focused on instruments.
Yeah,
Reason
that's
why
what rock and
Tupac
metal
has
is about.
Rock and roll.
Rock, metal, blues, jazz, instruments, people playing instruments. Rap was about one person, and then you got your dancers, you got maybe some backup singers, program music, and then who do they go to? The rock metal guys, the long hairs that knew how to play guitars, guitars and bass and drums, and have them as a backup band when they toured. Other than that, on the albums, it was all programmed shit. 99% of the time.
You're still talking about the physical music, drums, guitars. You're not listening to what I'm saying, Moss.
I heard what you're saying.
want to argue
And
the
because of
argument.
all that respect, put him in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame, the
Exactly.
Rap Hall of Fame. Hip hop, rap, R&B.
let's put it
He does
in-
not deserve to. He's never rock.
Let's put it-
I don't even know, dude. He could come to my door right now, whether he's live or dead. I would know who he is. What instrument?
Oh, fuck.
Let's put it in sports terms. If teams were to do with like the Cowboys Hall of Fame, if they could actually induct somebody else's
A basketball player?
player from
Yeah, that would be the
Someone they would
equivalent of putting
respect-
Tupac in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
they
There you
would
go.
probably do it because nobody in the Hall of Fame and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame could even touch Tupac when it comes to lyrics. I'm sorry.
The Beatles, Black
Hey,
Sabbath, The Who,
No,
Led Zeppelin.
sorry.
Yeah.
no.
You good now, Mosh?
Okay, what Zeppelin class can you take?
What?
No, can you take a class?
Yeah.
Class on the Beatles?
You can in
People
California, I'm pretty
actually-
sure.
Can you repeat that?
Well,
Can I
California
take
can
a
class
music?
on anything.
Yeah, I can take a music history class regarding
DeMarcus
all
Russell
kinds of rock and roll going back to the early 1940s
Yeah, if
because I have.
you want that.
when I was at a local community college and then when I went to university.
Oh, for instance, I'm a Cowboy fan, so there's players that we respect, opposite players, right? There's always been like an opposite player we respect. It's like, well, fuck him, he's not a Cowboy, but goddamn, I give him respect, I give him his props, right? It's the same thing. No matter when you cut through the bullshit, at the end of the day, what's left is the respect. And that's all they did was show him respect. And that's it.
See, I understand
what
what
WWF. They have.
See, I understand where they're coming from, Voodoo.
In there, he's not a dead in there.
I understand what they're saying, but I think
the WWF is an entertainment company. Let me just say this about the WWF. The WWF is an entertainment company who uses entertainers to help the synergy of getting eyes on the wrestling product. That's up to Vince McMahon. If he wants wanted to put Drew Carey or William Shatner in the WWE Hall of Fame. There's a bunch of people in there who aren't wrestlers.
I'll backstage everybody. Dwight Clark, out of respect, he deserves to be in the Dallas Cowboys Hall of Fame. Dwight Clark, the great catch. You see how wrong it is? It's wrong. It's wrong. It's mega, unbelievably wrong. Let the motherfucker be in the Rap Hall of Fame, R&B, Hip Hop Hall of Fame. Yeah, we can respect the guy. And hi, oh my God, everybody loved him. Whatever, it don't matter. It's ridiculous. Wrong category.
I agree. Except for one, let me just say, I understand where Sentinel and Mosh are coming from.
We're not talking about award ceremonies.
But I understand where they're coming from. I understand what they're saying. But here's what I'm thinking. Just like the Billboard and all those award, those other award shows and things like this. I think that you don't think Tupac and Dr. Dre and Biggie are all inducted into the Hip Hop Hall of Fame? Of course they are. Of course. But my thing is that the highest echelon of like musical Hall of Fame right now, the one that's respected the most is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I'm just saying this is the reason why they put those guys in. It's not to undermine rockers or say this is rap. This is not, this is we're going to throw this into the rock category. I think it's the respect factor that Voodoo said, but it's done because Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is the top of the tops. You understand that? That's all. I think that's why they put those rap guys in there, and they should be in there respected. But I understand your guys' issues with them because they're not really rock. So I understand that as well, even though rock came from blues. And yeah, anyways, you get it.
There's Ring of Honor and there's Hall of Fame.
What was that?
You said jazz. You were wrong. Rock and roll came from the blues.
I said that. Yeah, no, I was mistaken. I apologize in the chat.
How do you mistake blues and jazz? You're smoking too much dope.
I am. Yeah, I am. I admit
it. Yeah, he admitted it. Hey, he admitted it. Shut the fuck up.
I mean, you guys, Tally, what's his name? Lizzie can't stop loving my ball sack. I'm telling you. But either way, yeah, I accept it. I'm wrong. I was wrong. It was I was thinking in my head blues, but I was saying jazz like an idiot. So there you go.
Yeah. Blues is bar.
There you go.
And jazz is night.
Let me fix my glasses. Boom. All right, got it.
Yeah. Jazz is nightclubs and blues is barbecue. That's how I separate them.
I know who Lizzie is. I know who that is now. Had
Ben
4
Lizzie
initials
or something like that.
Yeah, it had 4 initials. Now it's down to 2. Well, I know who that is. I know you.
Like
I know you.
Said, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is like
if it's a cultural popularity contest, if you're putting it, if you're framing it in those terms, then sales should determine a lot of it. And bands like Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Megadeth have sold more records than Run DMC, Tupac.
Don't think about I don't know about Tupac.
Here's the thing. It's not about that. There's a large pool of hip hop artists, and to pick one, it's saying, you know what? He is and was the best out of that pool. So what you're not understanding has nothing to do with instruments. The way you're trying to say is, well, if we do sales, then fucking
rock and roll is all instruments. Hey, I'll backstage everybody. Name me one rock and roll band. Hey, I'm not talking about the rap artist. I'm not talking about the hip hop artist. I'm not talking about the R&B. Name me one rock and roll person in the Hall of Fame that don't play an instrument. I'll be waiting. MCF is raising his hands.
Jay-Z, Tupac, Biggie.
Nothing to do
Yeah,
with it.
again.
Josh.
I'm just,
And they
you said it. You asked the question. I answered the 3 answers.
And again, that's wrong.
They don't play an instrument. They just have
Rock
their
and
verbal.
roll's about
Their
Guitar,
voice
bass,
is the
drum,
instrument.
singer. Guitar, bass, drum, singer. You can have keyboards, yeah.
They don't have like Elvis did play the guitar.
Which one of those actually compose the songs? Writing
the lyrics,
creating
all of them. The lyrics.
We're not talking about lyrics.
Music.
Well, we're not talking about lyrics. That's part of them. That's part of the music of hip hop.
No, lyrics is only one part of songwriting. Do they do both the lyrics and create the music?
And that's why I think guys like RZA and guys like that have been involved, like Dr. Dre, with producing more than just samples and that kind of stuff. They've been inducted or at least mentioned in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So I mean, I think that the best of the best will be recognized.
I'm not saying anything negative about them as artists. I'm just saying
I agree.
you just shouldn't do that because there's so many bands that get overlooked who have contributed more to the popularity and cultural relevance of rock and roll than Tupac or other people like that.
This is not,
Randy Rhoads is in
not
the
a
Rock and Roll
floodgate.
Hall of Fame, but the Ozzy Osbourne band isn't. What the fuck is that about?
Makes no sense. I agree.
um,
I agree. I'm not saying it's right, but I agree with you.
If there was like a floodgate of hip hop artists going to the hard rock, I would be the first one to be like, "That's fucking stupid." Now,
I agree.
why?
I
That
agree.
doesn't make any sense. You need to change the whole title then to just Music Hall of Fame. But when one guy, it's just one guy. Now there's two, but one guy. It's
They really
the cream
should
of the
change it
crop.
to the Music
That's
Hall
all
of
it-
Fame.
it's
Because it's not the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I agree. They should just change it to the Music Hall of
What
Fame.
I'm saying
Yeah,
is-
I agree with that. That's what I was trying to say. Basically, that's what it is, in my opinion. That's recognized as the top of the top.
No,
Isn't
if
Biggie
there was like
in
a
the
floodgate
in
of
the-
just no, that would be
Trent,
stupid.
you don't have
I'd
to
be
show
on
up to
your-
win. There's winners throughout the years that don't show up and they win. Yeah.
Hey, I told you, Biggie is in the Hall of Fame. Notorious B.I.G. Hall of
I
Fame.
don't know none of them.
Yeah, he says here he's inducted into the Hall of Fame alongside Whitney Houston, 9 Inch Nails, the Doobie Brothers, Depeche Mode, and T-Rex. Biggie, bump, 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 bump. Again, another dead rapper like Tupac, but Jay-Z's the first one. That's 3 now, I think. But yeah,
So
just
it's
saying, like,
not like a flood.
yeah, it's only like 3 guys. And those are 3 legends. It's, definitely, Tupac and Biggie are legends. So you can't really be. I understand why they like this. They feel like this, and I understand why you don't think it's music. It's not. You have to have an instrument to have music.
Because
I think
it's
the lyrics are the instrument most of the times, and yeah, they sample. That's part of where rap comes from in hip hop. It's sampling off of other beats because you know what? They didn't have the equipment or the instruments or the money to be able to go and afford to play your own instrument, learn your instrument, or buy an instrument. So they use sample beats and just mixed it on a record. That's it, and that's where hip hop started from. That's what it's about. And then it became into some people produce their own music, some people sample, some people do both. I hear you guys. I know why you consider it not music, but I think the lyrics is what kind of is the capper. That's the main thing of hip hop, which to me, you can put lyrics of hip hop, you guys heard it, and put it into rock, and it's still it's still great, right? And you've done it the other way around. I've heard rock lyrics put into hip hop, and it still sounds great. So I think that's where you can kind of go through two different kinds of music. I know it's debatable, and it's not every single song that turns out that way, but there's definitely
they're structurally different because the way a verse that's written in a hip hop song is completely dependent on the kind of beat that is, has its own sort of start and stop. It can be.
Well, Sentinel, we all know about the rap metal or rap core. It was the fucking Limp Bizkit and the Limp Bizkits and the Corns and the fucking we can name off all those fucking.
Faith No More probably had the biggest crossover.
They had that one song, but my point is they kept a heavy played instrument. My point is
Rage Against the Machine.
Limp Bizkit totally doing that rap style, and there was other bands doing that rap style.
Rage Against the Machine, and they're big time hip hop influenced, and that's right. And you got there's another group out there. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, I think bands like that have more of a acceptable resume to be brought into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame than a Tupac or a Biggie, because they're so specifically hip hop that's the sum total of their identity musically. Whereas if you take like a Limp Bizkit, I don't think Limp Bizkit deserves to go into a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But let's break it down. The instrumentation, composition, lyrics, melody, and hip hop. Korn, lyrics, instrumentation, composition, melody, hip hop. It's hip hop, but it's all the other pieces of traditional rock and roll or even funk that kind of come together and make it the sum total to be more of a rock and roll heavy metal band than just a hip hop band. But that was new metal. I don't really give a fuck about new metal anyway.
Most rock and metal bands have a rebellious attitude. No one is like, hey, let me in. But after you've been sitting on the fucking sidelines for 10, 20, 30 years like a Drew Pearson, hey, he deserves to be thrown in. It ain't about let me in or I don't want to be in.
They snubbed Kiss for fucking decades. Right. They eventually had to put Kiss in because they looked like fucking buffoons.
See, that to me, those are legends. That's a legendary band. I mean, I don't really listen to much rock music. I mean, I know who the fuck they are, and it has nothing to do with their damn makeup and their costumes. Actually, it has to be with their music. So that's stupid.
But some people even consider them rock and roll. Some people consider them a gimmick. So it's like everyone's opinions on that differ on Kiss.
But I'm gonna ask MCF right now. MCF understands that people say, well, hip hop artists don't play an instrument, and some will tell you, well, my instrument is how I grew up and how I express that in my music. That is my instrument. My soul is my instrument.
Vocals are not rock and roll. Vocals are not rock and roll.
That's your artistic expression, but that's not rock and roll necessarily. Your artistic expression isn't necessarily a rock and roll artistic expression. Whereas a James Hetfield and a Metallica, his artistic expression, when it comes out, it's a heavy metal. It's an embodiment of a heavy metal song.
Here's a good example. Somebody could do a cover album for many bands. Mosh goes to many bands who do covers of famous bands, and they sound pretty damn good, almost alike. I guarantee you'll never find a motherfucker that sounds like Tupac again. Not with the passion, and not with the lyrics, and not the way he told his stories. That's why he's in there. That's why he's in there. Not because
hip-hop artists can do cover albums?
You cannot. Legends, you cannot copy them. The new modern ones, I understand. They all sound like auto-tuned fools. That's why I don't listen to them. But the old school ones...
We're just saying, Voodoo Alpha. Everything you say... Bro, you're on fire. Voodoo Alpha, you are on fire with everything you say. We're just saying it's in the wrong category. Put the guy in his other Hall of Fame where he deserves. Put his other... he's not rock and roll. He's not rock and roll.
Let me ask you a question.
What's the guy's name again? What's the guy's name?
They're showing respect.
What's the guy's name?
They're showing respect.
Who the hell are we talking about? What's the guy's name?
We're talking about a few people.
My point is, give me all their names. I'll go live at the mall tomorrow, and I'll say, is this rock or is that rap? And I'll just do a survey. Problem solved. Ended. Done. We win. You lose.
I have a question though, and a real one here. If someone like
that's a question of category, not a question of respect. See, you still don't get it. You're asking category of music. They picked them for.
He's not rock and roll. He's not rock and roll. I'll go to the mall. I'll go to the beach. I'll go anywhere. You tell me where to go. I'll go to Walmart. I'll go to the grocery store.
You know what? Mosh, let's do this, Mosh. Let me go to my mall and I'll ask people, is football or is it soccer football? You know, if I go around the world and if I show people a football, they're going to say that's American football. If I show them a soccer ball, they're going to say that's soccer.
Dallas Cowboys took over Manchester United as number 1. So, again, if you go to everybody, they will lose by a small margin. Manchester United was the biggest. We took over. The Dallas Cowboys took over worldwide.
What you're saying, you're trying to categorize things. I'm just saying.
This is a category. It's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's the category. There's no talking out of this. There's no mental gymnastics you can possibly say to me that can change the fact that they're two entirely different genres of music. Period.
I understand what he's saying. I understand what Sentinel's saying. But the thing about it is that they're looking at it as this is only strictly rock and roll, and I get that. I think that a lot of the way it's been looked at by the people in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the people that run that shit, that they look at it as, hey, you know what? This is the Music Hall of Fame. And that's what it probably should be called at this point. Because that's the one that's respected the most. That's the top of the upper echelon of all the other Hall of Fame.
What's the name of that real famous music magazine? What is it called?
Rolling Stone?
Billboard?
Think about it in a second. Jethro Tull beat out Metallica years ago. They're not even hard rock. They're not even really rock. Hey, AC/DC beat out Metallica. Sabbath beat out Metallica. Hey, they're hard rock, but they're not like thrash. They're not like metal, but some areas are metal, and I understand all that. But Jethro Tull, he's not even heavier than Eric fucking Clapton. Let Eric Clapton beat out fucking Metallica. Holy shit! Jethro Tull on his fucking flute's gonna beat out Eric Clapton. How the hell's he beat out Metallica? Again, anyway, I had to just spit that out there, guys. Sorry, but I had to.
Is Eric Clapton not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? He's got to be.
No,
I'm going back years ago.
He's going back years ago when the music news industry or whoever represents the Grammys and decides who wins the Grammys, they've always been clueless fucks since time immemorial. They have always shit on rock and roll and heavy metal. Go back to the 1970s and read Rolling Stone reviews of AC/DC album. They fucking hated AC/DC. They didn't get it. They said this would never be popular at all. It would never have any lasting cultural relevance whatsoever. But fucking 45, 50 years later, Back in Black is still one of the highest selling albums of all time. Of all time. Mosh is referring to, when Mosh brings up, now when I bring up AC/DC, I'm talking about the kind of people who determine who gets into these fucking Hall of Fames, who gets these fucking awards. Mosh brought up Jethro Tull. Jethro Tull was never a heavy metal band. The Grammys awarded Jethro Tull with the best heavy metal performance, and they hadn't released an album that year. They had to go back to the previous 2 years because the original award, it was the first time the heavy metal Grammy award was being given out. And who should have won that was Metallica, because they're a heavy metal band. This is like 1989. So they've always been clueless, disrespectful fucks to this music and the legacy of this genre. So we have a chip on our shoulder to a certain extent when people like Tupac and other guys who are great in their own genre get put in before bands, legendary bands like Iron Maiden and Judas Priest and Deep Purple and Black Sabbath and Metallica. If Metallica had never made it big in the 90s, by the way, if they had never released a Black album, became the biggest heavy metal, biggest hard rock band in the world, they would have never been put in they would have never had the artistic media ass kissers behind them to put them into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in the first place. Metallica were the ones who pushed to get Black Sabbath into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2006. And then they finally got put into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2009. Lars Ulrich, drummer for Metallica, had to push them to put Deep Purple into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2016.
Sorry to do that to you, Sentinel. So guess what? There's that MCF. Check this out. I guess there's a new. I don't know if it's nudist or not. It says a new adult resort, like pool party. I seen it on the event page just today. I was lurking what's going on this weekend, and I guess it's off of John Young Parkway, and I guess it's adults only. So I don't know how wild it's gonna get. And hey, there's gonna be DJs. They're gonna play rap. They're gonna play R&B. They're gonna play hip hop. They're gonna have DJs. They're gonna have all this great food, great drinks. The word rock and roll was not even listed. So it's like, okay, you're playing rap. Okay, you're playing rap. Okay, you're playing hip hop. You're playing R&B. You're playing reggae. So it's like, wow. Fuck you to the rap music. And again, rap, metal, blues. My point is all that's out the. It's like, fuck, man. I hate when we get shit on like that, man. It sucks.
I hear you, and I think that's part of the whole, like, hey, hip hop is the subgenre under. I say rock and roll because that's kind of what I say music, but I understand again the difference that you guys are making between rock and roll and non-rock and roll, right? So I understand what you're saying. I just think that the way that society, it's not about cultural relevance, it's more about the way society is looking at it now, or the way that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is looked upon, is that they are the music Hall of Fame. And I think that's simply the reason why that's happening. And I agree with you, these other guys.
They have their own little club, and they get to decide who gets put in and who doesn't, and it's less. You basically prove my point, MTF.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
About the significance of recognizing great rock and roll music and rock and roll bands who have had legendary careers and have made rock and roll or have put their stamp on rock and roll history, and more about kind of a trendy boutique club that has an exclusive membership that they get to decide who gets in and who doesn't. That's why it's so ridiculous to see bands like, for instance, Judas Priest was nominated 2 years ago, and they decided to put in Bon Jovi. I'll support, because Bon Jovi at least started as a rock and roll band, even though they became a pop country band. There still is enough of a rock and roll influence that Bon Jovi permeates to make them categorize them as rock and roll and put them into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Do I think?
No, they're totally rock.
What?
Yeah, Jovi's always been rock.
Yeah, exactly. So, but they put out more country music in the last.
Hold on. I just wanted to go off. And again, this ain't you guys got to understand. I don't think no one has said this. So I'm getting a buzz now. I'm reaching. This ain't like even a color issue. Like Prince, guitar shredder, guitar player. He had the same drummer, the beautiful blonde female on keyboards. My point is, Prince had his full band. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, 2,000,000%. 2,000,000% for Prince. My point is, hey, musicians. This ain't all about lyrics and vocals and attitudes and personalities like Voodoo Alpha. And again, I understand and respect everything that Voodoo Alpha had. Rock and roll is about playing and playing and playing. You got your guitar player, you got your bass player, drummer, keyboards, whatever. You got some other motherfuckers, whatever, saxophone, flutes, but yeah.
So when it comes to, for instance, Wu-Tang Clan,
but it's not.
Do you consider Wu-Tang Clan rock?
Treating it like a floodgate.
Do you consider
Wu-Tang? Floodgate, Mosh?
No, go ahead, brother. You got it.
It's not a floodgate. That's all my. That's my opinion. It's not a floodgate. I don't really see nothing wrong in it. Like one or two guys, to me, whoever's in charge of the Hall of Fame, you know what I mean? They're just saying, you know what, we like these really two guys. I think they're extraordinary for what they did, and we see them as our brothers in this field. And that's it. It's just respect. That's all it is. It's not a floodgate, ma. Now, if every year they started putting rappers in there, I would be pissed. I'm like, hey, fuck that. Now you're starting to trash that Hall of Fame with just anybody. No. It's an honor. For him, it's an honor, even though he's dead. I guarantee you it's an honor. For Biggie, I guarantee it's an honor for him and his family. Because it's not just anyone. It's not a floodgate of these guys. It's not, they're not putting Ice Cube in there and like MCS, they're not putting the whole fucking Wu-Tang Clan in there. It's just
the reason I bring up Wu-Tang is because the RZA plays the piano. He plays multiple instruments. He puts that into the music. So is that considered is that considered rock and roll enough?
It's so small. It's not even worth arguing.
It's all original music.
The sample size.
Most of it's original.
I'm just saying the sample size is so small. But like if they were doing it every year,
every song has his original instruments in it, and they perform live with instruments. But yeah, of course, lyrically that's the lyrics are their main instrument in that sense. So, but they use instruments. They have. Hey, let me ask you guys a question. The Roots. Do you think they are rock and roll? They use instruments. The Roots, could they be elected? Enter into the Hall of Fame without anyone getting too upset? They got the guitars, they got lyrics, they got drums, they got every instrument you could. They got a keyboard. I'm just saying they got all the instruments. Prince had them.
They're a band. They're just a successful band. That's it. There's nothing about them that's historically significant or relevant. They didn't help rock and roll, but yeah,
they're part of it.
How?
They're on the main stage for 10 years with what's his name?
As the show band, as the fucking show band on a late night
the relevance
TV show.
You said you asked what the relevance was. I'm telling you.
Barn Bar until the 1960s. I think it was 1960. I believe up until the 1960s, females they would wear dresses. Again, if you guys want to go, it was the 50s, not the 60s. So from year 0 till the year 1950s, 1960s, females they would wear dresses. So if you want to, every female wears pants now. The biggest cross dressers in the world are females. They're wearing jeans. Again, why do you want to go off on that dumb shit? My point is, and go look up the research. Females will wear dresses, skirts, and again, rock and roll, baby, rock and fucking roll, sex, drugs, rock and roll, whatever, motherfucker. Stop talking your shit, motherfucker. Anyway, sorry to interrupt on that dumb fucking question. That dumb statement.
I'm cracking up.
That was the funniest shit ever. I'm going to use that now for the rest of my life. I'm going to be like, why are you cross-dressing? What do you mean? Well, why are you wearing pants? I swear to God, I'm going to use that now forever. I'm not. But you know what the Sentinel was saying is right. We need to start taking... I think fans need to be in charge of these Hall of Fame. Every year, release a poll, who should be in, and that's it.
That's bad news. I don't think the real winners would get in. I think it would be a popularity contest.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's why not? It's better than these critics.
Then what's her name will be in there? What's her name? What's that chick? The blonde hair chick that wins all the pop albums. What's her name? She'll be in. I forgot her name.
It depends.
There's a million blondes that are pop.
Man, she's the most famous one. What the fuck? She fucks all the guys and then write songs about them. Who the fuck is
Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift. There you go.
Oh yeah. I was about
I knew what you were talking about when you said that she fucks all the guys and writes songs.
I figured. Hey, listen, I am truly just. I just wanted to have a conversation. I don't really give a shit, honestly, but I wanted to have the conversation and play the devil's advocate on you guys because I am more of the hip hop mind, but I do understand your points on this. And if they had the Hip Hop Hall of Fame was held to the same like level, I think you would see hip hop here and rock there. But I think rock's become music, and that's my kind of 2 cents. But I definitely hear what you guys are saying, and I see where you guys are coming from when it comes to just having that genre only of rock and roll. It's not,
Rock and roll.
so you got hard
And
rock.
hold on. Maybe Darth. Maybe that was before our time. That may have been before they created the other hip hop, rap, R&B.
Hey, did they play the instruments?
My point is, you get what I'm saying?
The
That there
lyrics.
was at that time that they got in, maybe it was only that, and then they're like, oh my god, we need a metal, and then we need a rap, and then we need a hip hop.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame came after them. They just were inducted after, I think. Like after the Hall of Fame inducted these guys older, I think, when they're already older.
Hey, again, that's a good valid point that I mentioned, so we'd have to look it up. So hold on. According to you, you just said that. So it was you just said there was no Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It was they recreated the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame after. So what was it? It was the hip hop. It was the Rap Hall of Fame.
It's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame started by the publisher of Rolling Stone magazine in 1983. So that's when it started, and then they brought these other guys.
But we're not other categories, so they all got thrown in.
Right, but Tony Bennett and Frank Sinatra didn't play the instruments. Maybe they did play the piano, but my point is that they were known for their singing only, not for really their band plays. So you could say hip hop is actually kind of connected to that in a way.
Anyway, yeah. It's getting crazy.
Good convo. That was an interesting conversation. I like that.
Thanks for not being a gangster Hall of Fame. That's about it.
Hey, Burn, when I do, hit that PayPal and Cash App. Hit that PayPal and Cash App when I do, motherfucker. That's all I got to say.
What I'd like to see have happen is it for just to be called the Music Hall of Fame, and just for heavy metal to have its own Hall of Fame award ceremony.
I mean, who started it up? It was the person who started what? Rolling Stone, right? I mean, they do rock, but they do all music, so it kind of fits to what
it makes. Actually, the fact I never knew it was somebody at Rolling Stone, and so it makes perfect sense that
they putting those guys in,
because they've always been complete snobbish dickheads who talk out.
Hey, did you guys hear that Real Shit created a new band? He got high, and his girlfriend threw him down the stairs, and he called his new band the Rolling Stone.
Oh, Mosh.
Oh, TTC.
Oh, shit.
You're killing me, Mosh.
That was a great joke at the end of a great conversation. Definitely. Cheers, everybody. I'm gonna take one more before I get out of here. Who's taking it with me?
Cross-dressing one is the best. I'm sorry, I'm gonna eat that every day.
It's time. Fuck me. Oh, the Mosh man.
MCF could actually use that morning. I plans to go to work this morning. Gonna be like, why are you cross-dressing? It could just be like, it's like, why are you cross-dressing this morning? It's like, why are you wearing pants?
Should be wearing pants, yes. Brother, thank you. Bye.
Mosh comes up with
There we go.
All right, brother. We got the cowboy shots. Hey, should I do it again? Should I try that again? This is a tough one for me. Let me try. Hold on. Cheers.
Fucking cheers.
Cheaters. There should be a sports Hall of Fame. Have Tom Brady first, Michael Jordan second, and then.
Man, you definitely get all that stuff in. You get all that vape in there. Fuck me. That's the nightcap. Yes. And I'm sorry, Voodoo. I heard that earlier. Tom Brady is great. But Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time in every sport, any sport, in all sports.
Maybe you should have took another
Oh wow, Sky Vodka. Yeah, I got Smirnoff.
What do we got here? There was a 40%. Yeah, 40%. That's.
The Kirkland one. You know,
I'm trying to figure out the game.
80 proof. 80 proof.
Yep, 80 proof, 40%.
150.
You know Motown. You know Motown that used to back in the '60s that used to put out like Marvin Gaye, the Donna, the Supremes, Smokey Robinson. All of those.
Yeah.
That's where the Hip Hop Hall of Fame should be from. They should have created their own Hip Hop Hall of Fame or R&B Hall of Fame. From that, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to the people who were kind of the stewards of that genre of music. They kind of let it kind of fall into irrelevance. But I see like the connection.
The Rolling Stone magazine has various artists on its cover. Maybe that maybe it ties into that too. It's like, well, how can we put these guys on our cover magazine, but then we can't stick them in the Hall of Fame either? That's
then it should be called the Rolling Stone Hall of Fame.
Exactly.
Let's identify who specifically is choosing.
That's what it is. That is what it is, right?
That's really
the Rolling Stone.
That's really what it is.
Yeah.
That's.
I mean, the Jan Brenner or something like that is the one who started it up through Billboard. I mean, that's who started up the Hall of Fame. So I look at the Hip Hop Hall of Fame started 10 years after the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it's crazy because it's like really nobody. It's really such a small list. Nobody even knows about it. That's the point. I think it's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is really the Billboard Music Hall of Fame, and that's why you got all these rappers in there. And again, it's not even that many.
I'm calling it the Rolling Stone Hall of Fame from now on.
That's cool. I'm down with. I'll call it that too.
That makes way more sense than anything else.
We came to a mutual agreement here. Isn't that something? Mosh,
magazine
what do you think about the Billboard? Yeah, I mean, not Billboard. Yeah, what do you think about that? About it's coming from a very mainstream area. This Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
The Rolling Stone Hall of Fame.
The Rolling Stone Hall of Fame. You will go with that name, right? And now you could put in hip hop and all that stuff in there. Probably should be more hip hop in there.
There's all kinds of people on that magazine.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's the guy who owned the Hall of Fame, so that's not surprised why those guys are in there, like those.
Yep. No, it all makes sense now. I think we all learned something tonight, this morning.
No, again, we can. Me and Sentinel understand what you guys are saying from, and Sentinel Sentinel said it earlier that they've always shit on like the metal industry, and we are nothing. We are nobody.
Hard rock, heavy metal, slow sludge rock. I mean, if you were to make it kind of like a bias thing, the fact that they're not inducting more. Never mind. I don't want to get into that. Basically, it should be called the Rolling Stone Hall of Fame. The fact that it's called the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is fucking disingenuous to like the 10th power. It's fucking disingenuous. It's disingenuous to people and artists who fucking sweat, bled, and influenced hundreds of thousands of fucking artists to come later. I'm just saying. That's all.
No, so it really comes down to is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is not really as
the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame isn't the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's really the Rolling Stone editors choose who gets to be in this exclusive club, and that's why it's fucking so disingenuous.
And that's why.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so hey, football fans, how much different is the NFL Hall of Fame?
I mean, that's voted on by their peers, by other people that are in the Hall of Fame, and
some sports writers also select who gets to go in. Some sports writers
as well. I think there's different groups. I know that former members I think also vote. I'm pretty sure, but yeah, it's sports writers and former members, and it's coaches. I think. I mean, there's a lot of different people that vote on this. But it's all the football-minded people. It's the best of the best. They miss some guys sometimes, but it's not like this is just arbitrary. Just like, hey, take them; they're cool. You know, it's not like that with like the bill, like the, you know.
I would love to see an actual rock and roll Hall of Fame operate and induct artists the way the Football Hall of Fame operates and inducts football players.
Well, see, I looked it up. I looked up the Hip Hop Hall of Fame, and it basically that's what they do. They got like 30 guys, and nobody gives a shit. I'm sure the Heavy Metal Hall of Fame got like 40 guys, and no one gives a shit. And that's the thing, is that the only one that matters is the Rolling Stone Hall of Fame. Yeah. I mean, I have to say that's the one we all kind of follow. That's why I was always saying that from the beginning. I'm like, it just seems like they wanted to cover a lot of music. It's not just rock and roll like the wording says. So it makes sense that you have Rolling Stone. It's Rolling Stone, not rock and roll. So yeah, but even though they call it rock and roll, because that's what kind of music was called back then. I would say in the 80s, early 80s, late 70s, it was just like rock and roll, and that's the hip name to call it, right? Kind of like, hey, we got rock and roll, we got Elvis, we can throw these guys that are dead already into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and then
but in '83 there was I remember in the '80s there being a small kind of '50s rock and roll retro kind of appreciation that started coming about. And in the same way you had Soul Train showing off artists, there was this one program that would showcase old artists from the 50s, like your Jerry Lees, your Fat Dominoes, your Chuck Berrys, you know, those guys who would go and start playing on that show again. And I think kind of culturally at that point, 30 years after, you know, Memphis and, you know, the emergence of American rock and roll as it was essentially came into being in America in the 50s with Elvis and all those guys, then the music at that time had enough of a distance behind it to really start to appreciate it, and that's why initially it was called the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But it should have never been called the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Hey,
it isn't the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's the Rolling Stone Hall of Fame.
It's like, can I go off on a rant? Because here's the deal. Like MCF and Voodoo Alpha would never understand like heavy metal, well, hard rock, but then heavy metal, but then like thrash metal, but then death metal, but then black metal, then like grindcore. They would not understand. But whereas me, I'm like, okay, rap, but then there's like hip hop, but then there's like R&B, and it's like I could totally teach them the difference with all our music styles. I wonder if they could show us their. Again, I'm going to guess that I'm as lost as them as they are on me.
When it comes to like what are the different subgenres of each particular like music, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, rap, hip hop, R&B, yeah. And
it would be. It's almost
I'm sure that they are in a closet. What are you talking about? There's thrash metal, then there's death metal, then there's black metal, then there's like grindcore. Yeah.
And there's a million different kinds of hip hop. That's the thing. It's like we have to take classes of each other's music to understand the subgenres, which there's many for hip hop. You got East, of course, you got East Coast. There's different vibes and sounds of different regions of hip hop.
Will agree with me. There was a time in hip hop, from like mid 80s to about 2005. As soon as you heard an artist, you'd be like, "Oh, well, that guy's from the South. Oh, that guy is West Coast." But not only is he West Coast, he's from the Bay. Okay, that guy is from LA.
Yeah.
And
I know people might say it's regional, but there was actually a different flavor to the music, to the hip hop. There was different styles and flavors and beats and samples, whatever you want to call it. But there was a difference between East Coast, West Coast, South. You had rhyming kind like Bone Thugs and Harmony, who kind of sang their music, right? So I mean, there's so many different great groups out there, or solo artists that, again, it's the Rolling Stone Hall of Fame, and they're being recognized now. Some of them.
You just got to drop the rock and roll part. I think it was just to have people inside their cafes, probably.
Exactly. And that's exactly what it was. It was the hip thing to call what it was from the 50s to that point, to the 80s. Rock and roll. And you know what? They never gave any respect to hip hop until now it's mainstream and it's shit. But I'm just saying, my point is that it took 20 years for hip hop to really, 30 years to really hip hop to get truly mainstream, and it gets to a point where obviously it ruined the music, in my opinion. For the most part, hip hop's been ruined. But if you look at
individuals no more.
And again, it's just horrible. Anybody who listens to hip hop now or rap and thinks that's the music that hip hop is, that's not even in the same genre. It's not even the same sport.
Like Lil Nas X.
No, please, no.
No.
They use they sing and rap and all that. It's not even the shit. It's just not the same thing. Hip hop is not singing. You don't sing. And that's not an offense to anybody who does sing or in rock and roll. It's more than that. That's why the lyrics are so important.
It's a hook. Like Nate Dogg, all he did was hooks.
Exactly. And you had Bone Thugs and Harmony, but they rapped though, and they had that lyrical, melody and the ability to sing. But I understand the differences, and that's what I'm trying to say, because since it is all kind of connected in music, right? And it's whether it's rock and roll or hip hop or blues or jazz or whatever it is, it's still hooked on to the same thing, the same vibe of music, and everything has its own little. But again, rock and roll is rock and roll. I understand that the purity of that is want to be kept by guys like Mosh and Sentinel. I understand them. I agree with them.
The purity is that's not my argument. My argument is it is its own genre, and you can either respect the people who have great legacies in that genre, or you can make it a popularity contest and pollute it with other genres and kind of remove all meaning.
And that's what I'm saying, Sentinel. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said purity, because I do believe that it is it's okay to be that way, because if I agree with you guys, you made a great point in hip hop. Should Aerosmith now be in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame? No, fuck no. That would make me a little upset. So if you're looking at the actual the actual genre of the word and the rock and roll word, but I never took it that way as rock and roll the way that you guys are saying it. I understand what you're saying, but I always took it as the way that the Rolling Stone kind of magazine is portraying it, and that's the way I always took it. So I never even thought about it as being disrespectful until you guys brought it up, and I understand your points. You guys are 100% right, but I also think if you look at the origins of the Billboard not the Billboard, but the Rolling Stone Hall of Fame, then you understand it makes sense why they missed some guys that you guys say should be in there. I don't know shit about that, but you guys know, and so
right.
There it is, Azteca speaking on it right there about the different garbage mainstream.
And there is groups that are way more deserving, like hardcore groups, right? But there's this stupid perception. I remember in the 80s where if you had like death metal or something, right? Or in the 90s, oh, that's the devil's music. If you play fucking backwards, it gives you a message. So it's frowned upon. Just like Tupac was frowned upon because he was going against the government and waking people up against the government. That's why he never fucking won a Grammy when fucking Big Willie style, Will Smith, is winning for stupid shit like a Men in Black album soundtrack,
100% with you, brother.
Agree.
I mean, he was passionate. He was poetry on, in lyrics, Tupac. And again, I mean, if you listen to Tupac's messages and stuff in his music, if you just happen to put it on, you can hate rap. But if you listen to his words, it is literally relevant to this day, to this moment. And it's crazy how shit is relevant in his music. It's transcendent over.
That it's relevant till tomorrow, unless the world drastically changes overnight.
Yeah, and it's still not changing that much. So,
I know.
Can I go off real quick? I'm gonna go off real quick. So, Trent. Well, not Trent. Voodoo Alpha. So what happened is death metal guys. They did that to like heavy metal and like a little bit of thrash metal. Was basically heavy metal that they were doing that to. The backwards messages bullshit. That was like heavy metal. And then thrash metal came along, and then the death metal got on the scene and like, you know what? We'll say it forward. And they were like, they were all, pentagram 666 and, fuck everything. And then black metal went on and started burning down churches and shit. So, yeah, it went from one extreme to another extreme to another extreme. Or, hey, they did it to like the heavy metal bands, and thrash metal bands overall were not overall into that shit. I mean, they did it, but it was, the next song's about war, and the next song's about this and that. And then death metal got on, and there's death metal bands that just talked about gore and shit. But there was death metal bands that talked about, all that evil shit. And then the black metal bands got on, and there's guys, they burnt down the churches, they killed people, and they burned a lot of churches. And yeah, it got sick, it got evil. And yeah, I got a movie if you want to hit me up. I cannot think of the movie right now. Hit me up on all my info in the description. Yeah, she got real.
Damn.
Right. And then you have another category, that crazy ass Russian metal. I remember seeing some Russian metal videos in the 90s where they're fucking carving up live pigs with chainsaws and doing all kinds of crazy shit. And it's like, what's going on, dude? Why is there a fucking pig spread eagle, and they're just like whipping on them and beating on them and then chainsawing them, and it's just like, okay. But
are you talking about gore?
I don't know, dude. I was like 10, 12 years old. So that shit stuck in my mind. I think I saw it in one of those Faces of Death videos.
Oh,
like some Russian fucking group, and they were just going at all these pigs. I was laughing. Sorry,
Jesus, are they killing? I guess I'm assuming they were killing them.
Peace, brother.
Yeah.
Go
peace
Cowboys.
out, Trent.
Oh yeah, they were just like chainsawing them, burning them live, and I was just
that's
like,
fucking nasty. That's some stupid. That's some crazy ass stupid shit.
That's what Mosh was talking about. It gets pretty deep. But
fuck all that.
Is that what Mosh was saying is true? Why did they lump it with every other group? Fucking Metallica, because not a devil fucking band. But the idiots who don't know will be like, well, yeah, it's all the fucking same. It's all that
That's
guitar
true.
and yell. So they're idiots like that.
Agree.
In this world, they're the ones who charge people who get awards. And like, if we were to all die and this world perished, and if all they found was records of people winning awards for music, they would think Will Smith was the greatest rapper ever. That's just wrong. He's like, well, yeah, that motherfucker has like 4 Grammys. Like,
hey, Voodoo,
damn.
how are you basing that? How are you basing what makes the greatest rapper ever? Did Will Smith win more Grammys than any other hip hop artist?
He was
Is that how you're?
safest. No, he was the safest rapper they could actually put on stage at music awards. Because during the 90s, you couldn't put any other. It was
Go Cowboys.
Yeah. I think I know what you're referring to. Yeah, like they had Snoop Dogg, and they had to. He was going to be arrested or something.
Media now.
Commercial break. We need a commercial break. Pop Brando or NFZ. Pop the link in. Brando, you'll beat him. Subscribe. NFZ. My brother Rasco, repping the Cowboys Nation, repping the CNS, repping America's team. Hey, there may be a few people over here that don't know about his channel. There may be a lot that do not know about his channel. So real quick, not sorry, just kidding. I'm not sorry. Fuck off. Commercial break. Subscribe to the NFZ. NFZ, Brendo, pop the fucking link in. Yeah, and tell them as. Hit the fucking like, thumb it up. Thank you guys. Great fucking stream. Shout out to you, Sentinel, Voodoo Alpha. Voodoo Alpha, you helped me tremendously on the technical shit earlier. And MCF. But again, I was going to actually try to hook this up and I was going to play music and play guitar. And then, hey, you guys seen the title? And hey, we talking music now. And hey, it's been pretty good. It's been very good. I'm enjoying the fuck out of this.
Yeah.
If there's a hip hop Hall of Fame, what city should it be in? Like, for instance, the Heavy Metal Hall of Fame should be in Birmingham, England, because that's where it started. Black Sabbath from Birmingham, England, Judas Priest from Birmingham, England. All of the roots of heavy metal are from Birmingham, England. The steel foundries in Birmingham, England were the kind of the landscape that kind of influenced the lyrics and the attitude of heavy metal. That's kind of heavy, metallic, steel foundry kind of sound and vibe. plus horror movies, Hammer horror movies, Boris Karloff, Christopher Lee Dracula, all that stuff. Your early influences really helped to sort of crystallize and make heavy metal. So that's as a heavy metal fan, that would be where you would put the Heavy Metal Hall of Fame, is Birmingham, England. But for hip hop, where would it be?
That's easy.
That's a question I have.
New York City, no doubt,
New
doubt
York?
on that.
Yep.
New York City, and
New
it's
York.
funny because as a little kid, I was in I literally lived like a mile, I guess, and that's a lot in New York City, but I lived a mile away from New York City, and I was breakdancing, and so to me that's why it was like culture-ish, because it was graffiti, it was dance, it was actually breakdancing, and it was rap, it was hip hop with beats that you would create from other albums. So I understand like the musical part of it, and I appreciate that part. And again, I grew up with that, and again, this is the early '80s, so I was listening to Twisted Sister and Billy Joel, and I'm just saying, like, I'm just like in different kind of genres back in the early '80s. But then hip hop really took over for me when I got a little I say a little older. I'm talking like 7 and 8 years old. When and again, that's just right at the birthplace of hip hop, which really started the late '60s into the '70s, and it got a little more popular at the end of the '70s, and it trickled over to Jersey just within the same time frame, basically. So I was around it at the birth. I didn't know it at the time. I was breakdancing on cardboard in the lunchroom. No joke. That was me back then doing that shit. But I got I didn't have the rock and roll influence. I never had that the musical sounds of garage bands. Didn't even know what that was until I was a teenager. And again, it never really hit me the same way, and I'm not trying to even say everyone has their own musical flow, but that's what I'm trying to say is, like, for me, it was always hip hop, and it just came into me that way. And I understand why other people can feel the guitar, or the heavy metal music. I hear the beat in it, I hear the rhythm in it. It doesn't catch me like it catches you guys, and that's cool.
You know what I love? What you said about that, MCF, you perfectly just described hip hop in the '80s. Perfect.
That's
New
the
York,
culture part.
Breakdancing, right? The underground clubs, all that stuff. And it's funny because Marshall wants to know and understand, well, what's all the difference between rap and the hip hop, the culture? I don't understand. Now, let me tell you my story. My story is what? West Coast. What is it? Lowriders, cruising, barbecue, backyard boogies, right?
Funk. It was that funk beat too in your music too.
Funk era, right? Where they got funk bands,
70s,
and they mixed it, resampled it, and they came out the G-Funk era. So that's my experience with it. And if you ask me, people are gonna say, well, that's the West Coast. Yeah, that's the West Coast. Cars, women, parties, backyard parties, all that stuff. And then when you said all that stuff right now, I was thinking of that movie Breaking. You remember that movie Breaking?
Yes. That was right around the same time frame.
Actually, Van Damme came out in that movie.
Did he? I didn't know that shit.
He's in there. I'm gonna send you a clip. Remember when they're kind of like, I think they're in Venice Beach and they're dancing. He's like somewhere in the background and he's just dancing.
The guy with the dead legs or whatever, the paralyzed guy, he was breakdancing. That the one?
It's funny. He's in there. I think I'll show you a clip and you're just gonna be like,
That's
what
awesome.
the hell's he doing?
My grandfather just texted breaking, and then he says breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo, and he also says Beat Street. Thank you, Grandpa. Thank you, Grandpa.
There you go. That's true. Some classics right there. Hell yeah.
All Canon film. Canon was the small, kind of B level movie film company in the '80s that produced a whole shitload of, cult classic films like you were just saying. Breaking 2.
Roger Corman is my favorite director for movies.
Yep. He did more of the Roger Corman kind of was.
I know MCF don't like B movies. I could tell because they're mostly sci-fi and horror movies, and he's just like, nah, that's not my shit.
MCF oh no, I thought you meant Mosh.
Yeah, I'm a
Lindsay,
snob
you
when
like-
it comes to
you like-
movies, man. I'm a snob.
What kind of movies do you like?
Yeah.
They got to be good movies. I
MCF.
can't
Just
watch
good.
any. I can't watch any blockbuster movies with like Fast and the
Okay.
Furious.
You're
I can't watch Transformers.
Then I
None of
know who
Marvel.
your favorite filmmaker is. I know who your favorite filmmaker is. Martin
Who?
Scorsese.
That's one of them. That's one of them. That's definitely
Yeah.
one of them. That's one of the ones in my mind.
He's a popular film director, but he's also a good filmmaker. He's a movie guy.
Yeah.
Goodfellas.
Yes,
Mean Streets.
Tarantino, fantastic. I think.
John Woo, man.
See, I can't get into those movies, but I like Tarantino and Scorsese and I mean Spielberg and
No,
some
hold
of his
on,
movies.
MCF. You don't know the underground John Woo.
Oh no, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'll
Wait,
send you a list.
You don't-
MCF, you never seen any of his Hong Kong films? You never saw Hard Boiled?
Yeah, Hard Boiled is classic.
A Better
Cinema,
Tomorrow, A
cinema.
Better Tomorrow 2, The
Sounds
Killer. All Hong Kong.
Yeah, there's a
kung
ton
fu
of them.
films. Not kung fu, but all Hong Kong like action cinema. He made gunfights look like amazing, like almost like sword fights with the kind of choreography and film. He just made it into like took it to like a different level artistically. It looks so.
Yeah,
fucking
he
good.
was one of the most. He was at B movies, dude, and he took them to the elite.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
I mean,
Underground
Italian
crazy-
God
hey.
in international.
Hey, MCF, underground craziness, man.
MCF.
Underground craziness. I got a buzz right now. I can't mention all the names and numbers, albums. I'm kidding. The titles and shit, but yeah.
You don't like Pulp Fiction, MCF?
I love it, man. That's a great fucking movie. You kidding me?
I think that movie's overrated, but for the purposes of like cultural significance, that's probably the definitive
And
film of the
filmmaking,
1990s.
too. Filmmaking. That changed some
you're
of
talking
the way
like
they
Kill-
made movies.
It's non-linear, but it was an independent film.
Yeah.
It had film auteur stuff in it, but it was like, I don't know, it's like that's Generation X's movie. The way I see it, it's like that's
What?
your guys' movie. To be honest,
I mean,
American
yeah,
History
I hear you saying because when I first watched it, I didn't like it too much, and then I watched it the second time. It definitely I understood it a little bit better. And there's a lot of great movies though. And I just threw that one. I mean, you guys threw out some directors in Tarantino, but I mean, I think like Shawshank Redemption, love it. I
Frank
love the
Darabont
movie
is a great director.
Seven. The movie Seven is a
David
fucking
Fincher,
classic. What's the one with Norton and a Fight Club? That's a great
That's
movie.
another one by Fincher.
Yeah, I love it. David Fincher had some good movies, some really weird ones. But there's so many. I mean, you look at the war movie genre, and I like Platoon, Full Metal Jacket, Apocalypse Now.
Kubrick.
Yeah. Yeah.
So many great ones, and those are the kind of movies I like. I don't like the bullshit. I don't like the action just for the action. I like the action that means something, the substance.
So you
And-
wouldn't appreciate like any of Schwarzenegger's like Commando
Yeah,
or Conan?
I like Predator. I like that, but I know what
Well,
that movie is. That movie is
A
it's that
great
kind of movie.
film. In a way, it's not just a cheesy action film. It's a great film. You
No.
know.
I know, but it's just there's some great films. If you know what they are, then you can put them in that category. But I don't think that you could compare that to Shawshank Redemption. There's no way. You can't compare.
Hey, what about the rap song? Predator 2 Electric Boogaloo?
By the way, Predator 2 is a underrated sequel.
Yeah,
I love Predator.
Very badass.
I like the first
the
one.
part
First one was
that-
great, but like, where would you put Alien? That's a great movie to me, and I don't like sci-fi, but that's a great fucking movie. Aliens, the second one, is also great.
The first two, and they should just kill everything else after that.
Exactly, I agree. But the first two were fucking awesome. I could get into a movie like Jaws
Exactly.
and know what it is, right? But I could also, other great movies. Whether you look Saving Private Ryan, Schindler's List. There's so many. I mean, someone posted Dust Till Dawn, Deer Hunter, right there, Azteca. Some fucking classics right there. These are classics.
What about the other categories? Ferris Bueller's Day Off,
that's a different kind of movie, but that's a great movie of its category.
Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
John Hughes movies.
Yeah.
That's his, John Hughes in the 80s was like Tarantino in the 90s. I mean, he made films that are so synonymous with the culture of that decade.
Super bad. The most extreme movie ever at its time. Superbad was
No,
unbelievable.
But that's Judd Apatow, and Judd Apatow owns the 2000s. He did the 40-year-old version, Superbad.
No one was doing what Superbad did at that time. It was like, oh my god. I was like, holy shit.
I mean, shit. I'm I love movies, but I really become a snob when it comes to thrillers or scary movies. It's got to be like Exorcist. It's got to be top notch. It can't be nothing.
You mentioned Apocalypse Now. What about the other one? It's the Mel Gibson, the Indians killing each other in the forest.
Apocalypto.
Apocalypto. Oh my god,
that was all right. I mean, that wasn't great. That wasn't the greatest movie of all time, but it was all right. I mean, I just don't think it compares.
My point is the whole scheme, and it's like it was such a different vibe, and it was so evil. If you think about it, it's like wow.
Mel Gibson is an underrated filmmaker, and you know who else is an underrated filmmaker who's a living legend at this point? Is Stallone. Nobody sees Stallone as a great filmmaker, but he legit is a great filmmaker, a great writer, and a great director.
Yeah, he wrote Rocky, won for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Mm-hmm. But as an actor, I just can't. I mean, his movies don't really ever strike me as being great, other than Rocky.
Because he's a John Wayne. He's more of a John Wayne who can act. To be honest,
basically, yeah. I mean, I get you there. I mean,
he's a movie star, but he's also like Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood's an actor, but he's also a fucking great director.
Yeah, Voodoo, what up?
Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck's not the greatest actor, but he's actually Ben Affleck kind of isn't that great of a director either. So I take that back. I mean, he's okay, but he's not great. But for sure, like Clint, I see more of like Stallone and Clint Eastwood having the same kind of in the same kind of category, to be honest. Living legend.
Well, they
can pull off a good performance,
movie, so it doesn't even.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I mean, I've seen people putting. What is it?
Paul Verhoeven, I think that's his name. Do you know who that is?
Yes, he's one of my favorite filmmakers ever.
The guy, RoboCop and Total Recall.
RoboCop, Total Recall,
have you seen those
Basic Instinct, Starship Troopers, Hollow Man, Showgirls, all fucking classics. And those were all his American films. Check out his Dutch films.
I don't think any of those movies can hold a candle to Shawshank Redemption or Seven or like Saving Private Ryan. Like these are classics, true classics. I think over those movies you just mentioned. In my opinion. I mean, I'm just saying.
No.
Hold on. American Beauty blew me away. Anybody else? I'll add you guys back. American Beauty. Oh my god!
Yeah,
wow.
That's definitely a classic. Definitely a classic. I agree with you on that.
Oh my god!
But again, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like I understand why people might not like those movies, but at the same time, those are the ones I consider the true classics, in my opinion, like the true works of art, so to speak.
Outsiders, motherfucker, the Outsiders.
Yeah, for what it is.
I like to.
Well, by that same standard, you have to recognize the Lord of the Ring trilogy as being classic. Yes, you have to, because that is great acting,
not for me.
Great writing, great directing. Just because you don't like the fucking genre doesn't make it.
I can't speak on that.
Any less equal to those.
Those
right, but if you ask me, I can't support that movie.
Hey, Sidno, what was the one afterward? They were like, the dragon is fighting them in the tunnels of gold.
Oh, that was the Hobbit trilogy. That was a terrible. The Hobbit is one book, and he made that 3 films. That was terrible.
That movie was gold, though. Terrible. That movie is gold.
Nah, not for me, man. That's okay.
Oh man, that movie was bad as hell. That was awesome.
Movies for me always been by the age group of when I watched it, and that leaves the impression. RoboCop, I saw that when I was young. I'll buy that for
RoboCop is a classic. I don't know what the fuck. MTF.
Stuff
If you've ever
like
Sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, that's all I was gonna say. I just go by movies by like. Well, MCF keeps talking about Shawshank Redemption. See, I've never seen that movie.
What?
Ever.
What?
Then
Hey,
I
go
don't know
watch
when
it.
it came out. When did it come out? When did it come
It's like
out?
97, 96.
Yeah.
Really? I was
Yeah.
probably in high school, and I was probably watching movies like Starship Troopers and shit.
Yeah, you gotta go back. You gotta go watch
And
that one,
I
brother.
started-
You gotta watch it.
And as I started working, I had less and less time to actually watch movies. So I'm
Now,
like,
if you get a
he
chance,
was
watch
talking
that
about Lord of
one.
the
You've seen
I
Seven?
really don't like it, but I respect the hell out of it because it's from costumes to writing to on-site filming. Peter Jackson used to make low-budget fucking movies in New Zealand. To the shit he was doing
Peter
there,
Jackson, a goat.
he's a fucking amazing. You got to see some of his B-movie shit like Bad Taste and
Like Dead
what was the
Alive.
other one? The one,
Dead Alive.
yeah, Dead Alive.
Dead
And
Alive,
the
I got it.
puppets. And then the one with the puppets. What is that one? Where they're all puppets. Have you seen that one?
John Woo and
movie?
He has
Peter.
one. It's like
John Woo and Peter Jackson B movies are the best.
But then Peter Jackson, it's like all of a sudden I'm like, wait, this guy's making Lord of the Rings? All of a sudden he becomes like this fucking epic director. I was like, what the hell? But no,
That's when Hollywood. That's when Hollywood had balls. That's when Hollywood had balls. New Line Cinema originally released The Lord of the Rings. New Line Cinema was purchased by Warner Brothers in 2008, but New Line Cinema was part of that like mini to medium-sized studio that took chances on filmmakers and projects and had balls. Like, for instance, New Line Cinema was a distribution company until they got the script for Nightmare on Elm Street and decided to produce that as a movie that would be released as their own like thing, and it made a huge bunch of money. And they greenlit sequels, and they were able to build that studio based on the success of Nightmare on Elm Street. There were other ones, like for instance, have you ever heard of Orion Pictures? They were the ones who originally released RoboCop, Terminator, and Silence of the Lambs. So all of those like mini to mid studios, I wish would make a comeback, because now all you have is like independent filmmakers and super mega studios pumping out crap.
You
and nothing in between.
Healthy shot time. Healthy shot time.
I'm gonna get out of here, brother.
But Disney movie.
Healthy shot time. Here we go. What? Let's get out.
Are you ready to shoot that? I'm about to get out of here. Oh my god, no. Damn, bro.
That's good for your pancreas. That shit.
What is it?
That's pickle juice.
I'm sorry. Really? I drink vinegar, but not like that.
Yeah.
I drink apple cider vinegar.
Hell
that's
yeah.
good, dude.
Oh, that's
it's kosher too. There you go.
Good stuff.
Philadelphia.
It's been blessed by a rabbi. Guys, hey, it was awesome, man. I gotta get out of here though. I'm feeling it, and I gotta get up in like 5 hours. So much love, guys. Seriously, thank you. Mosh, thank you for letting me on here. Sentinel, Voodoo, Mosh, it was a great discussion. Even the chat.
Let me go catch your stream.
Go Cowboys, man. I'll be back on tomorrow. MCF, you know how it is. Voodoo, much love, brother. See you all later. Go Cowboys.
No, I've been catching
MCF, call me in 5 hours.
I'll message you.
I need to get up too. Call me.
I'll message you.
There you go.
Later, guys. Peace. Go Cowboys.
See you later. Yeah. Mosh's favorite movie is Zombieland.
First Resident Evil was way up there. That first Resident Evil was way above its time, way before Walking Dead. That shit was off the chain, man. The first Resident Evil was unbelievable.
I need to watch those. I haven't.
It was just fucking amazing.
There's like so many movies I haven't seen when I was working, because it was like those fucking stupid hours that would keep me asleep all day and then working at night. So I lost a lot of movies. And then Amazon Prime and Netflix keep repeating the same fucking shit over and over. So
yeah, that's frustrating. frustrating. And the frustrating thing I have with stuff today is none of it has that same quality that makes me want to go and see it. Like, for instance, you're old enough to remember Blockbuster and Hollywood Video. You were old enough to remember, video rental stores. Going to a video rental store on a Friday night to find the latest released movie was one of the fucking coolest things that we used to do as a people in this country. And the films that Hollywood were releasing consistently back then, when that was a thing, were worth going and picking up and watching. Now with streaming, for some reason, all the quality and the desirability to see shit has just completely just gone.
And what's crazy, what you're talking about, Sentinel, I remember my pop would tell me, here's $10, go rent what you want. And I've always been try to get your money for the, as much money for your, bang for your buck type person.
Mm-hmm.
So I would always rent older movies. Once in a while, I'll get a new release if it was something I really wanted, like Ninja Turtles or something. Yes, Ninja Turtles. But if it wasn't, I was getting stuff like you're talking about, Commando, Predator, RoboCop, because those were $2 rentals. I could get 5 of those, and I had my whole weekend. Right? Yeah. I would watch so many B movies, especially the Roger Corman ones, like Forbidden Planet, and what is that one with the fucking those fucking sea animals are just raping people on the beach? I forgot what it's called. Humanoids from the Deep. Just all these random movies, like you said, because you would look at the artwork and you'd be like, yes, this artwork is talking to me.
Yeah. That's the reason heavy metal first got me. I was looking at the album covers. I was like, holy shit, look at this album cover. I have to listen to this, Yeah.
Yeah, heavy metal was unbelievable.
And you know what's funny? That is the reason why I love computer games, was the actual size of the computer boxes from the 90s and the artwork. And it's like, I have to play
Diablo, Doom. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's exactly because their influence actually came from the artists that were doing stuff for, metal bands and stuff in the 80s. So they had that same style, right? It's like if you put a PC game from the 90s like Doom and some type of, metal album, and it's like, what the fuck? And then if you look at who did the composing art, it's like, oh shit, it's the same guy. It's like, oh fuck. So no, I get you on that one. Yeah, but that was the thing,
that's
right?
what sucks about the digital age. That you, with the digital age and the streaming age, there no longer is that artistic marketing or artistic kind of like physical thing that kind of you look at that sort of embodies what the game or the movie kind of encompasses, on a thematic level. You just see just kind of generic, this is the next Avengers thing, and you see a bunch of characters, and sometimes they have a good movie poster and sometimes they don't, but there's nothing that really grabs you and it kind of embodies the idea. Because, like, for instance, painters and artists used to have to embody the idea, like movie poster artists, like you were pointing out, and that would be the thing that would grab you, and that would be the thing that would catch your attention and then make you want to check it out. But now with streaming, you don't have that sort of hands-on thing where you can kind of flip through, a section through. It's like when you used to buy music CDs at like your local music store, and you used to flip through them, looking for an interesting new artist or something, and you see a cover or something like that would intrigue you. It's like, oh, all right, let me try this one out. Now it just doesn't have that same interaction. There's no physical sort of interaction. We don't go to stores anymore to pick something out to come back and try it. There's the experiment of going, getting it, picking it out, and then bringing it back, and then interacting with it is kind of lost with the digital age of digital streaming of music and film. And I think that's really sad because it definitely lowers the appreciation you have, and kind of removes any kind of attachment you have to it. I mean,
Yeah, it's kind of, I watch it the way.
I watch it and
Back
then
then,
next, all right, I'm done with this. Binge watch this next. And
yes.
so it's just kind of like you're automatically this kind of consumer, like this little Pac-Man eating shit, and you don't really kind of you become just this kind of mindless eating, consuming zombie of like entertainment, and less the connoisseur that you were back when. Is kind of what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's like Iron Maiden has, to me, the best artwork I've ever seen. Like all their album art is like, I would just have posters of them just because whoever fuck did the artwork is awesome. And what's funny is you're talking about Blockbuster. I rented so many. Remember in the '80s they would have like so many different type of sorcery movies, or just movies like what is it called, Beastmasters and shit like that.
Yeah. And in the '80s, if you're from California, are you from California?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
In the '80s, I don't know if Blockbuster became a thing. I remember Blockbuster becoming a thing in the '90s, but what I remember was Tower Records used to rent movies.
Yeah.
Do you remember Tower Records doing that in the '80s?
Yeah, I did. They were a little bit more expensive, and then Hollywood Video ended being.
Yeah. Good time.
Places. I used to rent. We used to rent our videos from Blockbuster and Hollywood, but my dad used to like going to this little mom and pop place where he used to have like the porno stuff. Remember that with the black curtain? That's what's sad. That, a kid this day will never know what the hell the black curtain means. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah,
why does that room have a curtain? Why does that room have a black curtain? And you always try to walk by and maybe get a little bit of a peek or something because someone didn't close the curtain all the way.
Right.
But like I said, there were like these mom and pop places, and it's like you said, it had a certain smell. It was just everything about it. Like if you went in there, it smelled like a movie rental store, which some people listening to this right now is going to be like, "What the fuck does a movie rental store smell like?" But it had its smell. It had a smell to it. It smelled like a lot of plastic, maybe because maybe the.
Hey, Voodoo Alpha and Sentinel, I apologize. I'm debating on going to set alarm for 11:10 a.m.
I set your alarm for 11:10 a.m.
I'm debating on going to one of my aunt's funerals tomorrow. Was it a and shoutouts, man. Great. Sentinel, Voodoo Alpha, MCF. Great talk on music. And I know we talked sports earlier. And this was not like oh my God, you got, every now and then you got maybe you got a favorite aunt or uncle or favorite family member. This was not somebody I seen like literally ever. And my parents, before they passed away, had some negativity going on with other people in the family. But in the end, it's still kind of family. So I'm debating on, should I go? I may not go. I totally may not go. But now I'm at least I'm like, hey, set the alarm. I get up and fucking just go. It's like you can only live once. So you only got one chance to go to that funeral. You know what I mean? You can go to the we were talking movies. So back in the day, if you missed the movie, yeah, you could go back. You could go to Blockbuster and hey, you could rent that movie and watch it again and again and again and again and again. So And Lizzie, I'm not really an asshole. I don't know if I'm sorry or not. Not that you know what I mean? I'm not being an asshole. My point is, I don't know if I'm sorry or not. One of the many family members that I had on the other side. It's like our family kind of split. There was this side, and then there's that side. And this side did not like that side. So I did not get to see a lot of that side. And because my family was split, a lot of that side, I got nothing for Christmas. I got nothing for birthdays. They didn't come to our Thanksgivings. So why am I supposed to be like, you're related to me. I gotta love you. I'm just trying to be neutral as fuck and have respect. I think now, can you understand it? Now, can you guys understand it? I was the younger one. You were the older one. Where was the love and attention for you my whole life? Hey, Burn Bar, it's almost like a race war. Not that we're different colors. Not that we're different colors. It was kind of like mom's side versus dad's side. And again, there's other things that go into that. So, yeah, it's a fucked up deal. Should I even work the address? Should I even try to do that right now? I kind of yelled at Siri earlier, and they're saying it's like 30 miles. 30 miles what way? Lizzie and Burn and everybody else, Sentinel, fucking Cool Man that just dropped off Voodoo Alpha. Thanksgiving, Christmas. I have not seen them on a Thanksgiving or Christmas in years. You know why? Their side does their things. Our side does our things. These two groups have probably not been together 10 or 20 years. I don't know. I really don't know. But I was raised right. I do have a heart. I'm not going to be there like, oh, no. Oh, man. Auntie died. I'm not going to cry. I mean, maybe because I see other family members upset, it could break me down. But yeah. All right. Shout out to Voodoo Alpha. Voodoo Alpha, man. My hat's off to you. Thanks so much. Voodoo Alpha, did you watch my live stream for Cinco de Mayo? Sentinel, thank you, Sentinel. Shout out to Sentinel. Yeah, friend members, did you watch my Cinco de Mayo? I had a great time. And Voodoo Alpha, what you did not see on a live stream, it got so lit. So right beside the Mexican bar, and again, I didn't even eat live. I'm not a Jeff Rapard will eat live. I don't like to eat live. I just don't. There's the bar down the road. Right down. I mean, boom, 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 boom. Like over, I don't know what happened. Whether a college crew or whoever got together, all of a sudden like 60 people came in this hole-in-the-wall bar, and like 30 of them 21-year-old females, and like all of them were like super hot, all of them. Oh my God, it was just like, holy shit. It got so, man, and for some reason I couldn't go, my phone would not go live in there. I don't know what was going on, but it was like, holy fuck. Dar says my family is like that, Mosh. You want to connect with your Darth? They do not connect with me. They do not connect with me. So I'd be just like showing up just to show up. I have one aunt, and not my uncle because he passed away, but her new guy that they've been together a few years, so that I'm kind of cool with. But even my aunt, who I loved to death back in the day, she kind of went off on that side and said fuck our side. So it's a weird deal, man. Hey, Brando, I got to tell you, Brando, The Haven has a metal show Friday. The Haven has a metal show Friday. I'm probably gonna say fuck the Haven in the metal show. I'm gonna go to the Goth Bar on Friday, and then Saturday, same place Mark Rizzo played, a Metallica tribute band, Hardwired. I believe they're called Hardwired. So I could do the Goth Bar on Friday and then the Metallica tribute band on Saturday. That's what I'm thinking. Hey, Darth, they're all old. So there ain't no in the divide. I guess the divide will be over when everybody's dead. Then again, maybe there's not any divide, Darth, because mainly the main people are dead. But there won't be any bringing it back together. He brought his solo act to the local bar near me. Good times. I like fingers and bass, or just fingers with a bass. But he's just a bass picker. But hey, overall, he rocked it. Good guy, and yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a good set. Wow, Darth. Wow. That's awesome. I understand. Yeah, I read it. We read it properly. Oh, I thought, hey, Darth, I read it wrong. I thought when I read it that you were so out of it for 6 months that you didn't know that she was there. I thought she was there like checking out on you. You're saying that she was injured. Okay, sorry about that. Now you're saying she was injured when was in there. I thought you meant that she was in there like checking out on you. Yeah, she checked out on me for 6 months. I didn't even know it. But now you're saying, hey, no, she was actually in there because she was in their car accident. Wow. Holy shit. That's fucking crazy, Darth. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, so Thursday is Jeff Lepard's birthday. Friday is JP's birthday. What day of the week is May 18th?
It's Tuesday, May 18th, 2000.
Holy shit. I'm here. What the fuck? I am talking now. I didn't even realize you just added me, you fucking cunt. Hey, Brandon, Brianna, Brandon, if you're still watching this, whatever the fuck your name is, you're still watching this. Daddy, buy me a Russell Wilson jersey.
Mommy, buy me a Tom Brady jersey.
Daddy. What the fuck, dude?
Buy me a Tom Brady jersey.
Daddy, buy me a Tom Brady jersey. Oh my god. Oh my god. Fuck the Packers.
Buy me a Tom Brady jersey, Mommy. But Mom, I want a Derek Carr
Since this is a
jersey.
mosh stream, I'm gonna say, Daddy, buy me a Dak Prescott jersey.
Daddy, buy me a Mike Moss jersey.
You fucking cunt.
Hang on. Let me give a quick cheers. Bottle of water.
Cheers, you fucking cunt.
But Daddy, I want the Tom Brady jersey.
Mosh is thinking about it here. Daddy, buy me a Mike Mosh jersey.
Oh God, unknown is the GOAT.
I would want to see him and fucking Joker on the same hangout. I feel like that'd be funny. Or Joker and Nuz on a hangout together.
Yes, he did. Oh, there it
Oh,
is.
did he really? What jersey?
No,
There you
I
go,
won
you
a bet.
fucking cunt.
Yeah, I won a bet, so it was cool.
Nice. Which jersey was it?
No, it's my Jamal Adams, the one I unboxed.
Oh, that one. Yeah, you're right.
You cunt.
Ah, Mosh, we gotta do that bet still, you fucking cunt. But we'll wait till we get closer and closer to the Raiders
Hey,
Cowboys.
for the Thanksgiving game, do a pie to the face.
Well, we'll talk about it. Hey, Ash Raider and Brendan Rogers, thank you guys. I did not expect to be uploaded this fast. I may freeze again. It says I got to turn on my my internet, my virus protection is trying to upload, and when it uploads, again, I only had a few last words I was going to say, so I was like saying it's I told you guys about my aunt's funeral today. Well, tomorrow, aka today, Thursday. Jeff Laporte's birthday party live stream will be happening, and then JP's gonna have his birthday party live stream happening. And JP's like, I don't know if I'm gonna do it Thursday night or if I'm gonna do it Friday, Thursday night / Friday night / Friday morning, or if I'll do it Friday during the day. So again, 2 good channels to lurk. You guys know that. And if JP was going to do his like Friday during the day, I'll text him and be like, hey, man, maybe jump on Jeff's stream after midnight. Double promotion over there. I got some trolls, some evil trolls that I'm dealing with. So I may not jump on one of the panels. And my birthday, again, when was it? Sir, you can't, can you tell me what day is May 18th again?
It's Tuesday, May 18th, 2021.
So my birthday is Tuesday. Again, there's really not a lot that goes on a Monday night. The jam night bullshit. Again, I almost want to fucking murder the bass player of that band for being a cunt. Tuesday, I can always go to Twisted Tuesdays. So yeah, Thursday is JP. Thursday is Jeff Lepard. Friday is JP, and again, I'm basically Tuesday Mosh. So that's my birthday. Got a lot going on. A lot going on. Thanks, Ash.
Yeah. Sorry about your loss, Mosh. Thoughts and prayers.
Appreciate you coming on. Thank you, Brendan
no
Rogers.
problem, man. I didn't think that message would go through. I didn't think I would send it, but yeah, no, like my condolences to you and your family. I actually lost my grandmother earlier this year, so I know what you're going through in terms of losing a family member. So how long do you plan on going live for still, Mosh?
Well, again, man, I just wanted to. I was going off on a rant about the birthdays and everybody's birthdays, and me going in. Again, I only had 2 minutes left, and then it's like, really? I got like 2 minutes left, and I'm ending it, and I'm like, hey, fuck Ash Raider. Sometimes it takes 10 minutes for me to even add somebody, let alone beyond. So it's like, hey, man, if you can hit that link, hey, give me 5 minutes and I may be able to add you. So I was able to at least add you. And then, I just expected maybe you would run it for 5 minutes and then 5 minutes later I'd be able to come on. So it kind of added me pretty quick. But anyway, shout out to you and Brendan Rogers for jumping on and trying to help out. But yeah, I'm pretty much done. I'm done.
All right, for sure, man. Then I'll probably call it a night then. You have a good night. Well, actually, no, it's like morning time where you're at. Well, you have a good morning, Mosh. And I'll talk to you later. Cheers. And happy early birthday, by the way.
Thanks.
So, talk to you later. Big ups.
Big ups. And you guys know, Thursday night, Jeff Lepard, JP, also Thursday night, or Friday during the day, or Friday night, whatever. Maybe, again, it'd be great for JP to do 2 streams. If I could get him to join on Jeff's stream and then him to go live on his own, that'd be fucking classic. Anyway, guys, and again, mine would be like, I'm going to go out again. Wow, Monday night, though. Damn, there's not a lot that goes on a fucking Monday night. Fuck. There is a bar in Orlando, downtown Orlando, that does play some like funk, jazz, blues, and it's a good place, but it's in a basement, so I don't even know if I could even go live there. But I'm not a person to go live on my birthday. I'm going to do other stuff on my birthday. But after the bar's end or whatever, I could go live when I get here. But anyway, here's what I'm saying. Oh, and I got side jobs. Guess when the side jobs are available, Monday and Tuesday. So that could like fuck up everything. I need to do that and then do that. Fuck. May just have to celebrate my birthday later, to be honest, and I never do that, but hey. And it's Brando. If you only knew, bro, like all my, like, when I'll have my babes over here live. It's like the side job people come in at the same job. Hey, man. It's like, I got the babe here, but it's like, when there's no one here, nothing happens. When it's not my birthday, nothing happens. It's like every time something happens, something else happens. Like, hey, full terror assault, Cave and Rock, FTA, full terror assault, the music festival is going to happen week 1. Cowboys at Tampa Bay, week 1. Side job, my birthday. Side job, my birthday. Dallas at Tampa Bay. Well, that's when my Metal Fest happens, Cave and Rock, Illinois. I just can't win. Holy shit. I don't want to cry a river. Let me end this fucking shit. Fuck. It's like nothing will happen, and then everything hits you at once. Hey, normal life, right? Go Cowboys, my main channel. Well, this is my main channel. My other channel is Cowboys Mosh, which is growing. Subscribe to Cowboys Mosh. The info is in the description. And CNS Tailgate. Just kidding. CNS Tailgate is an old channel. CNS Cowboys Nation Syndicate. Subscribe to that too. The links are in the description. Hey, 11-6. So 6 of those weeks don't matter. We're gonna end up winning 11 games. All right, you guys rock. I'm not on my. Hold on. Let's see. I could maybe lurk over here. My smart TV's on my main channel. Wow, Predator just made a video. Bets confirmed with J-Dub and Raider Ben. And again, that's killing the TTC. Need all these bets to be made within the week, you know? Within the week of that the hate week. I mean, maybe 2 weeks, but my point is, yeah. Maybe my TV sucks, but yeah, I'm seeing like no one to raid. I see nothing. So again, raid my backup channels. Well, then again, this is a backup channel. Shout out to CNS Cowboys Nation Syndicate and channel, and shout out to my Cowboys Mosh channel. Y'all rock. Catch you guys later. Yeah, should I try to find out that address? What, I gotta go to MapQuest? Hold on. Probably freeze again, right? MapQuest directions. Let's see here. And then even then, there's like a couple of links that don't work, a couple of links that do work. Let's see. Is this gonna freeze me? Is it gonna load? Okay, so all right, where am I starting? Oh, where am I starting? Up here. All right, let me put this. What is the address? It's gonna be kind of hard to find. It's kind of hard to read. All right, how to find out this address? Okay, click on. Come on. No, I don't want to power off. What the fuck's wrong with this fucking phone? Come on. This is bullshit. See. Okay. Oh, there it is. There's wow, it popped up. Okay, let me see. 36 route 1, 36 minutes, 33 miles. And what does route 2 say? 45 minutes, but 26 miles. Hold on. 26 to 33. Wow, what the fuck? All right, let me see these directions. I totally liked the 27 minutes. Hold on. Okay, Hiawassee to Silver Star. Take a right. Okay, know where I'm at. Then I take a left on Apopka Vineland. Hold on. I think I know where that's at. Then I take a right on Balboa. Hold on. Hold on. Didn't this got me on Good Homes again? Then right on that old Winter Garden Country Road. Hold on. I didn't mean to click on that. I didn't mean to click on that. I got a couple of toll roads here, though. Fuck. I need money for the toll roads. Hold on. Hold on. I know. Is that the right? Is that the same toll road I'm thinking of? Hold on. Okay. These directions got me confused as fuck. I kind of know the area, but these directions are blowing me. These directions are throwing me way the fuck off. Oh, that's 7 miles to the toll road? Okay. So, okay, hold on. It's telling me, okay, take that exit. Take a left. I know that. Then I turn left over there. Oh, turn left. Then go. Then go 4 miles. Okay, then right on Silver Star. I know where that's at. Good Homes Road way over there? Fuck. All right, I think I can figure it out. And what's really weird is I just I was just doing laundry today, and I did wash my black dress pants. Yeah, I mentioned it. Predator. Yeah, I seen it. It's way too early to be doing bets like that. That should be that week of the season. Big ups, KPG. Kendall, big ups. All right, guys, let me get out of here. Brando wants to say happy birthday to Lee Altus of Exodus. Hell yeah. And let me end this. I got to get out of here, guys. I was trying to get directions to my aunt's funeral if I decide to go. Just wake up, do it, and go, right? I think they started at like 1 o'clock. Oh my god, it's already 6:30. Wow, it's gonna be tough. Welcome to not even 5 hours of sleep if I do this. Jeff pulls this off, but hey, if you do it a lot, it's kind of like you get active. You can train your body to be like active, or you can train your body to be like sleep, and be lazy. And my body, I don't mind. My body loves to be active, but it'll also go into like the sleep, be lazy mode. So that's what's up. Let me get out of here, guys. I'll catch you guys. And again, Jeff Lepard live Thursday night for his birthday. And then look for JP live for his birthday Thursday night, Friday during the day, Friday night. All right, that's what's up. Peace, cheers. And my birthday Monday night. So that's what's up. Peace.